This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
No way.
From the Sonosi and DIAZ studios of Arizona, UFC 270 Ngannou versus Godfest. Anatomy of a Fighter. Will Harris will be talking about his trip with Kamaru Usman, Nigeria. Let's go. Bare Knuckle FC fighter Seth Shaffer, MMA news. Let's go with the MMA Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the show, friends. The Wednesday show is here. It's in full effect. We're here. We're live. We're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
JBM, how are you tonight?
I got my Big Mo. I'm rocking Big Mo tonight, Moss.
Rocking Big Mo. Yeah, Big Mo's got a big event coming up. BYB.
Yeah.
The Bare Knuckle Fighting, another Bare Knuckle Fighting League. We have that guest.
It's for you, Big Mo.
Second half. So Big Mo, represent over here. I got my MMA-Holes shirt over here. And we're going to roll right into our first guest. A gentleman that's been on the show before. A gentleman that is a goddamn celebrity. This man has been on JRE. This man has been all over the world traveling with the best
Of the best.
of the best. That's right. The greatest MMA athletes out there. The Habib videos, the Kamaru Usman. Nigeria just dropped. This thing is a banging 5-episode extravaganza. Go check out Anatomy of a Fighter. And here he is, live on the MMA Holes, Will Harris.
What's going on?
Oh boy, Will. We have
Hold on. Let me get my lotion right for this episode.
Yeah, trust me, I got no pants on, so let's party. All right, here we go. There we go. All right. Will, thank you for coming back on the show. You've been traveling all over the place. You're dropping a video with ONE FC you're covering now, right? What's going on with this?
Yeah, I just dropped episode 2 of the Anatomy of Angela Lee. For non-UFC fans, you know, she's a big deal in Asia in one championship. She's the first atomweight women's champion. She then took the last 2 years off because she had a baby. So, you know, look, I see her face. So
Not me.
It's a good story that one wanted. Angela came up with the idea, but one reached out to me to do like a 4-part series. So I've been going back and forth to Hawaii once a month, and you're really building up, you know, this fight that she has now with Stamp Fairtex since she won the Grand Prix. And now that she got a date on March 26th at 1X, you know, the next 2 episodes, you're going to really get into her getting ready for the fight. You know?
This is pretty awesome. Now, you've been staying pretty active starting 2022. It looks like you're looking to pump out a lot of content this year.
Yeah, I think this year, like last year was pretty good, but obviously 2020 sucked for everybody. But this year I just want to go balls to the wall and just release so much content, so many different fighters, different organizations, women, men, popular fighters, non-popular fighters, people that's like, who the fuck is this on the channel? Like, I want that type of year. With that said, I'm moving back to Vegas permanently, full time. So that's going to be my home base for Anatomy of a Fighter. I think I'm going to buy a house there this year, and I'm going to just live out of Vegas because I just feel like it's just a perfect area for me, obviously, for what I do. So I don't have to travel, because a lot of people always wonder, like, when you going to release something new? And I'm like, yo, I'm funding this shit all myself. You know, I'm looking for sponsors now, like a major sponsor for the channel. But this will be the first year that I get one. But, yeah, this year's going to be stupid with content.
That's awesome, man. And hey, who knows? We might be able to hook you up with some sponsors over here for the channel as well. I mean, you're doing some great stuff over there. 500K. How many subscribers you got now?
I don't know.
It's like when
I
you
don't pay attention to that.
when you get a bunch of tattoos, after a while, you're like, yeah, whatever. Who knows, right? So,
Well, my philosophy was this, and y'all gonna remember this. When I crossed up, my original goal with Anatomy of Fighter was just 100K because I knew you got the plaque, right? Now I don't know where the fuck that plaque is. It's in, I live in Los Angeles right now, but I also live in Chicago, so I think my plaque is there in some boxes or something. But you don't get another plaque on YouTube until you get 1 million. So the rest of this, so if you had 100,000 subscribers and I had 650. It don't matter. Like you got a plaque, I got a plaque, so I never worry about it. Now, when I get 1 million, because I used to say this and I still stick by it. Like once I hit 1 million subscribers, I'll probably never go on YouTube again because that was just like the ultimate goal. You know, so,
mic drop. That's it.
Yeah, it was like that's it, man. Sell the channel to the UFC and Fight Pass or something.
There you go. I made a deal with
smart.
Jesse and stuff like that. When we started the channel, all I want is 100K. That's it. I got tattoos going down my back saying each 10K, I'm getting another tattoo. And that's all I give a shit about. Everything else is gravy. I didn't think I would get 50K subscribers. I had no idea we would even hit that. So everything, 100K, and then it's just making content, having fun. Now, are you serious about this? If you hit 1 million, well, when you hit 1 million subscribers, you're looking to say, hey, it's time to do something new, or?
I don't think I'll ever, Anatomy of Fighter, look, Kamaru Usman told me this the other day when we was in Africa, right? And I don't know, I hope this don't sound like I'm just casually talking about, the other day I was in Africa. But I was choosing between, and I put it on Twitter, I don't know if you saw it. I was choosing between Las Vegas and Denver. Because I don't really like Las Vegas. I don't, as a city. But for what I do, I have to live there. It's just smart. Yeah. Right? So I wanted to move to Denver. Because I never lived in Denver. Obviously, all these guys live out in Denver is fighting, and then it's Denver, Colorado. But I asked them, because Kamaru is one of my close friends, not just a fighter that I document. This is one of my close friends. And I was like, I wanted him to tell me to move to Denver because he trains out of Denver, right? So I'm thinking, I'm going to just move to Denver and be with my guys. And he was just like, bro, you can't escape what you created. You created Anatomy of Fighter, is never leaving you. So you're going to have to just deal with it. You're going to have to film fighters. That's just a part of your life. And it is. It's going to always be a part of my life. Obviously, I want to do other things. But I just felt like Vegas is just, it's the fight capital of the world. I desperately want to get into boxing. I want to document boxers. So I feel like, I've talked to Tyson Fury a couple times, his people. It's stuff like that. Canelo, it's like guys that they're on my bucket list to get those type of guys,
I mean, listen, you hit the top of the MMA world. It's just a no-brainer moving over to boxing and doing that as well. So this trip tonight, Africa, this is nuts. So how did this come about?
Well, it was just like the Dagestan Chronicles. Last minute, I had a week to think about it. I had got a call from Kamaru, and he was just like, listen, he was giving me the runaround on why he was going over there. And I was like, you want me to go to Africa with you, like Nigeria? And he was like, yeah. And it was in a week. So I was just like, listen, I've never been to the motherland. Obviously, that's my heritage. That's my ancestral background. So for me, I was just like, I can't miss this opportunity.
Sure.
He told me what he was going over there for. He said, listen, this ain't we're going to be wild in this business. But I feel like I need it documented. I think that the world needs to see what I'm trying to do. And I was like, you know what? It's a no-brainer. I'm going to go over there. And that's, I came up instantly with the Motherland Diaries. And I feel like through the 5 episodes that we released, and when I say this, I was generous on what I released. It's so much footage y'all haven't seen, but that's probably going to be for his life documentary, stuff like that with celebrities and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I feel like it's trending better than what the Dagestan Chronicles was doing. Because when I first released the Dagestan Chronicles, and I've been telling people this lately, Khabib wasn't popular to the West. He wasn't. You know, he had just won the belt with beating Ala Quinta. He hadn't fought Tony. He hadn't fought Conor. That fight was going to get announced, but it was during Ramadan. So it was, when I initially released that, it was, what, 50, 60,000 views, something like that. And it, you know, that's very well. But it wasn't like, if you go look at the Dagestan Chronicles now and there's millions of views, it wasn't until the fight got announced with Conor that everything went viral. So I just feel like in the future, like when this settles, I think people are going to look back on this and say this was a special moment, just like the Dagestan Chronicles was.
I believe it. I definitely do. I mean, I'm seeing it's getting some good views right now, and it's pretty fascinating. It's an interesting look at Kamaru. I laughed at some of the spots with Kamaru's sense of humor. You captured that. There was one spot where he said he was the CEO of EPO, and I got a good chuckle out of that. I'm glad that you added that in there. And also himself keeping himself busy for these people that are hungry for what he's got, his throne, his belt. I love how lighthearted he is about this, yet you see how serious he's taking it.
There was one question, too, that you asked him that I loved, which was you basically asked him about the changes in dialect and how he kind of spoke to people from America and then spoke to people from Nigeria. And it was actually, that's something that I've always been curious about. Like, why does he do it? Does he ever feel odd doing it? Like, that was so, and I know that other people talk about it, too, so I'm so freaking glad that you asked him.
Well, I'm an MMA hole and I'm a troll as well. So I see everything. I see everything that people say.
Yeah.
So I would never consider myself a journalist because I'm a filmmaker, but I literally see what people say in real time. Listen, there's nobody on this planet that does what I do in the sense of I'm doing a documentary series in real time. Like I'm over there releasing episodes. It ain't like I got a production team and I'm sending off footage and waiting for them. No, I'm doing everything in real time. So I get to tell the story. It's stuff that I want to know. So when I ask them like, yo, what do you feel about, you know, when you get to come home and talk with your people? Listen, I talk totally different when I'm with my people. But for him, I understand it from a sense of, it's like Jamaicans. It's like anybody. When you go around your people, you're going to start speaking in your dialect. You're not going to talk proper and things like this. Kamaru is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter on earth. He's the champion. When he gets in interviews, he's going to talk proper and talk. He's educated. He has a college education. But when he's around his people, he's going to talk with his dialect. And so you see comments that's like, he's so fake, he's so fake. And I'm like, Americans, black, white, whatever, we are so lost because we truly don't know who we are, period. Yeah. And the fact that this man was born in Nigeria, left at 8 years old, he didn't choose that. His parents brought him over here. Like, you know, like, I just feel it's special that a guy like that can go accomplish what he accomplished in this country and then want to go back and help out other people. And I feel like, with that question, I just like, listen, this is a perfect opportunity to ask it, and he was able to answer it. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was funny. We had a discussion. We watched it on the bed with the baby. We all enjoyed it together. And it was funny, like, he started talking with the dialect, and we couldn't help but start laughing because here's the thing.
To me, I'll say my point real quick because I've been guilty of it, and I'll be the first to say, I've even said it on the show before. I've made fun of him for it because to me, I don't know, maybe it's like a personal insecurity and it makes me uncomfortable. But it's just weird to me because I'm the kind of person who's like, you're one person, you know, like I've never really been. But then he brought up something that kind of struck my brain a little bit. My mom is Mexican, so when I'm with my Mexican family, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? It's kind of right because when I'm with my mom's side of the family, I do have that dialect that comes out a little bit. And then I didn't think about that with Kamaru Usman. So now I have to like go back and eat my words a little bit. But that's kind of where I was coming from with it, and that's why I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, I mean, when he talked to me, he don't talk in broken English, pidgin. He talked to me normal. Yeah. But then when he's around his brother, he's around his dad, his mom, he talked like that, and it's crazy because this is the thing that people need to understand. Nigeria is a country with 215 million people. That is massive. That is 70% of America, right?
Sure.
when we go back to slavery and the transatlantic slave trade and all that stuff, the boats left West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. You know, Lagos is the ocean. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
80% of people that's gonna do their 23andMe and that type of shit they're gonna have Nigerian in their blood. Mm-hmm. So when I was over there, I saw people that looked like me. Like when we were out and about, or we was in a nightclub and shit like that. Me and his brother was in a nightclub, not Kamaru. But when we was in a nightclub, I literally felt like I was in America, like I was in a club in Miami or something, because they all look like us. Mm. We just don't know our history. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As black people, we truly don't know where we from in Africa. Like, we don't know what country we came from, things like that. Like when I was over there, you know, I'm 6'5" and I'm muscular, and they looking at me like, oh yeah, you definitely probably Nigerian, or you got Ghana in your blood, and you know. So it's like, it was just an amazing trip, man. Overall, like it was. I wouldn't say it was life changing, but it opened my eyes, especially in the terms of simplifying my life. Like, and that's the reason why I'm making the move back to Vegas. I want to get cheaper and save money and do shit that matters in life, you know?
Listen, it sounds like an amazing experience. I had a chance to go to Italy when I was a kid, and I'm half Italian. Never had a chance to go. I was there, but I chose work instead of going, and I regret it to this day. I would love to go to Italy or Ireland or something like that to kind of, you know, see, hey, you know, how is life over there? But in Africa, I mean, talk about extremes here. You have the rich of the rich, and then I saw how you were navigating through the terrible areas over there, and it literally looked like a bomb was dropped on the area. What was it like when Kamaru was sitting there and checking out the scenery of the poverty?
I was reading your comments. I was reading some stupid shit in the comments. But,
don't mind them.
Dudes need to learn their geographic. People need to go back to school, man.
They're idiots, like me, actually.
but no, that is what really shocked me when I saw that. Because listen, we got white trash, trailer park, right?
Yeah.
The fucking ghetto, hoods. Man, combine that shit by 50. I saw what poor is.
That was unbelievable. What you showed, I mean, it was like puddles and boards of wood, and that's nuts. And these people, it seem like their spirits are fairly high, playing in the streets and stuff like that.
They are, man. You know what's crazy? I wanted Kamal to like walk down the streets and be in that type of stuff, and he said something that was powerful, because he has 24-hour security. Like he moving around like the president. He was like, bro, what I'm gonna do? Jump out of this car for some footage and with guys with guns, so I can just get some footage of me walking through the. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respected that about him, because a lot of people take the opportunity to look like they really, you know?
Yeah.
That was just me being creative and catching a moment where he was looking out the window and reflecting on looking at all that shit, and then he was able to talk about it. You know?
See, yeah, he's way better than me. Like, that's actually a smooth move. I would be like, let's go. And I would have the kids eating out of my hands. You'd be like, it's okay. Like, I would have been like such an asshole. So Kamaru Usman, way classier than me. But I get what you're saying, though. Like, as someone that's directing a video like this, you want to catch all the moments. You want to, you know, put him in these situations and see how he responds. But, man, that's something else when he hits you with that one, right? He's pretty smart, huh, Kamaru? Like, I mean, he's got the glasses, he's got the swag, the whole deal, but he does seem like he has some intelligence between those ears.
He's never, ever since I knew him, like, I remember when I first went around him in the gym, when I was around the Black Zillions, like, it was some guys in the gym that used to be like, why are you filming this dude? He boring. He's going to get, like the Kobe shit. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, he wins, but he just a decision maker. They gonna cut him. Like, I literally have fighters say this about Kamaru. And I was sitting there like, bro, this dude just wasn't tough. The dude don't get in trouble. He a father. He been taking care of his daughter ever since I known him. She was little. And I'm like, bro, he do everything the right way. Mm-hmm. And the only knock that you have against him now is he's so dominant that he got to be cheating. And that's the reason why I was so, like, it was funny for me to, like, post, like, the thumbnail of the last episode with these big-ass fucking untrained fighters that look at their bodies just naturally fucking, I'm like, and, you know, that's what we say about, like, this African genetics. Like, just look at how these guys are built. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I'm just like, dude, do everything the right way. and he still gets shit. And it's like, it frustrates me as a guy that's around these people all the time, because I see how much work they put into this shit, and it's like, it's never enough. You can never satisfy people, you know?
I tell you what, I just want to swing back around to the statement you said about these guys, these athletes over there. I mean, the genetics is there. I mean, it looks like they are built in a lab. Like, it's incredible the size of these human beings. And it looked primitive when they were fighting, though. Like, it looked like they weren't as skilled as, of course, these UFC athletes. What was Kamaru saying about that, the level of MMA fighters over there?
It's a work in progress. You know, it's the first ever card in Nigeria. You know, these guys have minor amateur experience. You know, it's interesting because Nigeria has a great wrestling Olympic pedigree, but in terms of like MMA, it's a work in progress. That's the first show. You know, I had told Kamaru, like, yo, you need to get like people like Mike Goddard over here to teach the referees. Come over here for like a week, do a seminar. You know, Kamaru talked about bringing guys over like Dean Thomas to just teach MMA over there more. And you know, possibly you want to get Dana involved to help, you know, get some resources over there to help, you know, build the organization over there. They just started an MMA federation the week we was there. The government just decided to put it together. So it's very primitive. Rome wasn't built in a day, as you know. And go back to some of them old UFC cards, UFC 1, 2, it looked like motherfucking Butterbean fight. You know what I mean?
But seeing these guys, how athletic they are with the right training, I mean, we're talking champions here. This is nuts. Like, seeing the pedigree. I mean, when you look at guys like Adesanya, Ngannou, Kamaru, like, these guys are specimens, and it's in them. You put the right tools in their hands, they're going to win championships. And it's exciting to see what comes out of Nigeria and Africa, whatever. You know, I want to see more of this, and it's interesting how you showcase this. Now, I want to get into the whole, you said you went to nightclubs as well with Kamaru's brother?
Yeah, we just saw the nightlife. You know, I definitely wanted to see that.
Okay, did you smash any Nigerian chicks? What's going on here?
Nah, man, I was on a business trip.
And how did this work here? So Kamaru has his room, you got your room, the brother has his, everyone's got their own room, or you guys in bunk beds together? What's going on?
Nah, we was treated like royalty, bro. Like, basically, Kamaru had a big suite, we had our suites. Like, they treated us like royalty. Like, unlimited 24/7 room service, like 24/7. Like, I'm editing these episodes middle of the night after a long day of filming at 4 in the morning. I'm like, let me get some French fries. Call, put it to the room. It was lovely times, man.
It's wild. It's wild how quick you turn these things around. As someone that likes to create content and watch the way you do it and how quick you just pump them out, it's really impressive to watch. Now, this whole Kamaru Usman situation over here with Nigeria and Africa, the whole deal. Did you pull anything else? Did you learn anything else from Usman on this trip?
Yeah, I learned just how important it was for him to get back in touch with his people. Because think about it, Kamaru Usman is a millionaire now. He's famous. You don't have to go back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could put his name on some billboards. Him and Adesanya could put their name on billboards around the thing, and that can inspire kids, right? You can do a commercial, a local ad. But he felt like, listen, you can't fight forever, man. And obviously we know what everybody going through, these fighters with money and businesses, and these guys are independent contractors, and what do you have left after you're done fighting? So it's about creating legacies for his family, his daughter, his future kids, and he wants to plant roots in Nigeria. Like, he wants to get property over there. Listen, man, go to Detroit. Go to St. Louis, go to Chicago, go to Louisiana, go to Miami. It's poor fucking areas everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's rich areas everywhere. And it's the same thing over there. I've seen Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. It's all that. It's Lagos, Nigeria. Fucking tropical beach, ocean city. It's a lot of opportunity over there. You know, we hung out with, international stars like Burna Boy and people like that. Like, in 14,000 square foot mansions, So
wow.
It was a great time. So I feel like he really wants to help out his people, man, because who's helping him out?
That's true. You don't really hear much coming out from over there. That's for sure. And it's this documentary definitely opened my eyes. I had no idea what the hell was going on over there. And watching this, I was like, whoa, okay, this is interesting. Something else I noticed, though, and I want to get your point of view on this. Like, when guys like Merab go back to Georgia and these other athletes go to their country, there's, like, parades and all this shit going on. In this, maybe MMA is not as big, but it seemed like Kamaru didn't get that super crazy welcome over there. Or did he?
That was the first time he went. Remember, he went in June when ESPN went with him.
Yes. Okay. So when
he got that big ass reception.
So, but when he went back with you, this was a whole different situation.
No, we got in at like midnight.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like, it was like security. We had to go through the visa process, and they wanted to rush us out of there and get us to the hotel. So we got back. Like, yeah, this was a business trip. This wasn't Kamaru Usman. He did that already when he went to the villages where he's like from last time. This is Lagos. This is all business.
Gotcha. And the young lady that was traveling around, was he smashing that or what? What's going on with her?
Nah. Kamal has a beautiful girlfriend here in the States.
All right.
She was in the ring with him the last 2 times, but
if he was, you wouldn't say anything, right? You're a good wingman.
Oh, of course I wouldn't say anything. But no, that was his business partner, Natasha.
Yeah, she was trotting around with those outfits and everything like that. I was like, whoa, look at this
girl.
No,
I was looking like.
How was the president meeting? Not the president, the king, right? He was the king over there. He looked like he was all business. This guy.
I know, that was like some Coming to America shit. Like, I'm telling you, man, I didn't release everything. I just give y'all a little taste, but that he really the king. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't they got a lot of influence on land over there in Nigeria, the Eru kingdom. He's the Eru. That was interesting, man. Like, I was like, man, I had to have that moment. If I'm doing a series called The Motherland Diaries, I had to have that fucking Coming to America stuff, right? You know? Did
you have to kiss the floor and stuff like that? When I saw it, I was like, whoa, that's crazy how everyone would get down and, that whole tradition. Did they make you guys do that too, or?
No.
Okay. Okay. Did you guys have to kiss each other, or no, none of that?
You can either take a bow to the knee, or you can, I don't know what the hell it's my first, y'all saw it the day after I saw it. Like,
were you afraid to film the actual king? Like, did they say, hey, you could only film?
No. They encouraged it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
he loved it. Like, the day I released it, he emailed like Kamal partners and like, we love it. And I was just like, that's pretty cool to get a stamp. I actually think that actually helped their further negotiations too.
Really?
Just putting them in a good light, you know?
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I have a gazillion questions. I know you're limited on time, but I could talk about this forever. But this is exciting. Will Harris, Anatomy of a Fighter, dropped this video, 5 of them, over in Nigeria with Kamaru Usman, the Motherlands, and it's quite the watch. I binged through all 5 of them, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And I'm really looking forward to what you got coming up next. I mean, other than this ONE FC stuff. Now, wait, this one more thing. The Nigerian trip, this whole Africa trip over here, does this come out of your pocket too, or did you actually get paid to do this?
No, I got paid.
Okay.
Crazy as fuck.
I was like, all right. I was like, so who flips the bill?
Those days are over, buddy.
Who flips the bill for this?
Listen. Make this clear. Go find another Will Harris in this world to do what he do. You paying me, everybody. You see what I'm saying? I love what I do. I love this sport, but it's time to get paid, man. I ain't got no time to be playing with nobody no more. You know?
So Kamaru calls you up and his people pay you. Is it like Ali Abdelaziz? Is it who?
No, it's not. This didn't have nothing to do with Ali. This is all Kamaru. Yeah, he got business partners, 5-4 Limited. They a great group. Yeah, they took care of me, man. I'm completely happy.
Exciting. All right, well, listen, I'm going to let you go in a second. Drunk Savage wants to know, are you filming anything for Eagle FC? Are you doing anything with them?
I should.
There you go. I like that.
You got
pay to play.
Everybody else getting paid. Hey, everybody else getting paid, right?
There you go. I like this. I like this Will Harris. Before,
Yeah,
the last time we
else-
had... Last time we had you on, you're kind of like, you know, I got to flip the bill, this and that. Now here you are, 2022. It's like, pay me.
Yeah, and all that shit is over with.
There you go. And he's,
You know, everybody wants their, you know, everybody got their own YouTube channel, their own content. You can hire your own cameraman. Listen, I always tell this thing. There are a million talented videographers out there that can film you, put some music to something, and you can put it on Instagram or YouTube, and that's good enough for your fan base. There's not a lot of storytellers in this world, man. Like, to be able to craft a story and put it together, that's a gift. And I truly know I put in the time and effort to be able to tell stories. And that's the reason why this is so easy for me to do, is because I put the time and effort in. I don't care what it is. I made a joke the other day. I was a menace to UFC Embedded when I was at Fight Weeks. And I was a Lone Ranger. They got 5-6 cameramen and 2 editing teams putting out them episodes. And I still look at them shits like, yeah, this is horrible. So for me, I'm on demon time this year, man. I got no time to play with nobody. I'm on my Kanye West shit, you know?
I love it. Any significant other? What's going on here? You dating, you exclusive? You're still jumping around?
And I would never consider I was jumping around. I just was browsing, you know?
Gotcha. Man, I don't blame you. Swipe. You on Tinder?
No, I don't use Tinder no more. That's played out, man. That's horrible. That's like Plenty of Fish or some shit. That's old.
All right.
Nah, I don't do that.
Well, Will, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I like talking to you. You're really an inspirational character. One day we got to work together. One day it's got to go down. The MMA-Holes and Will Harris.
For sure. We got to do a collaboration, man.
Anatomy of a hole. An MMA hole or some shit like that. That'd be amazing.
I know. You know, it's funny. You know, I just proposed an idea, and that's creatively, I'm always thinking of new things. Like, I was like, I would love to do a whole fight week where I followed the referees.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Like, Mark Gardner, you know, comment on it. It's like, I'm boring. And I'm like, no, fans want to see that, though. They don't understand. Like, you sitting around doing nothing, people want to see what you do. You getting ready to fucking ref COLBY, and imagine a build up to Mark Gardner that week when the Kamaru Usman COLBY first fight, and then COLBY protesting the fight. Like, imagine just that everything was linked and documented. I love fucking telling stories, bro. It could be you. It could be fucking ARIEL, HELWANI, the Schmo. I want to do all that type of shit.
Fuck those guys. Those guys are a waste of time. But anyway. Those guys. Anyway, but Will, listen, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what you got coming out in the future. Really looking forward to what Anatomy of a Fighter has got to bring. And it's always good to talk to you and chat.
You too, man.
All right?
I appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you later.
Who do you have, Ngannou or Ciryl Gane?
I got Gane and Figgy.
Gane and Figgy. Okay, I like that. Like that very much. All right. Well, Will, thanks for coming on. Is there anything you want to shout out before you go?
Shout out to the MMA-Holes community. I love y'all. Y'all some crazy motherfuckers.
You're right about that.
Keep doing what y'all doing, man. I'll see y'all at the top.
All right. Will, thanks for coming on. Will Harris from Anatomy of a Fighter on the MMA-Holes Live. Look at that. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Will Harris. I like Will a lot. I really do. He's a good guy in the business, and it's great to see the man get paid, and he's traveling all over the freaking world. Kamaru Usman is a guy that, he gets a lot of criticism for, how he comes about, walks around and does his thing, but I think this documentary shows a different side, and is really, if you think about it, he's giving back. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing him go over there, visit Nigeria, and we did laugh when he was doing the accent. It's funny because, like, I think to myself, what's going through the Nigerians' heads right now? Like, this guy doesn't sound Nigerian at all, But he did live there. He did live there when he was a young Usman, and he wants to go back to his roots. I can't blame a guy for that, and try to do things that are better for African MMA. And you see these guys over here on Will Harris's Instagram. And it's Will Harris Productions. Go check him out on Instagram over there. And he shows some clips of what's going on. And I mean, these guys are savages. They are absolute savages. There's going to be definitely some good talent coming in from Africa. So good stuff over here. Will Harris, let me know what you think in the chat of Anatomy of a Fighter. And if you haven't checked out the series, please do so. I want you to check it out and let me know what you think. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that. There's Will in the chat. So go check out his channel, man. It's really cool to see him do well. And fun story, if you are new to this channel, we met Will at the weirdest. It was the weirdest thing, like bizarre. We had a guy named Real was his name. He's not here anymore, but like the resident racist of the fucking chat, who was financially supportive, but which is the complete asshole. And he was harassing Will, and somehow we got on each other's radar, and next thing you know, we're buds. We're cyber buds over here. But yeah. So if you missed the interview, if you're just jumping in now, go check it out. Rewind the stream, watch it. Let us know in the comment section. We got some fights to talk about before our next guest comes on. BYB is a bare knuckle organization. Seth Shaffer has just been signed with them, and we're going to learn some more about some more of these athletes on this show live. But Ngannou versus Gane is going down, and MyBookie is where we're making our bets. MyBookie.ag is where it's happening, and we're going to drop the bets. I want to see where the lines stand. I'm going to place a bet, a wager. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go all underdogs. I think I'm going to go and news on my bets. These bets for Saturday, not going mystical. I'm going as a fan. I want to just have some fun here. That's what I want to do. So let me look at the lines, and I'm going to drop some cash here. MyBookie.ag promo code MMA-Holes for a 100% match in your first deposit. Shout out to MyBookie.ag. Before we place that bet, we got Head Rush as well. 20% off. Head Rush X MMA is coming soon, and Head Rush is where it's at. The clothing line of all clothing lines. Head Rush promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off their gear. Shirts, pants, shorts, jackets, sweaters. Their hoodies are banging. Their hats are cool. Everything they got. They got underwear. They got it all. Head Rush, 20% off promo code MMA-HOLES. And if you're looking to watch the UFC, the pay-per-view this weekend, 270. If you're buying this pay-per-view, I urge you, use our link. Because here's the deal. The prices are going up. $74.99 for a pay-per-view. So I urge you, if you're going to buy it, use our link because the money goes in our direction. Less to ESPN and those greedy fucks, and support the show. Anyone that buys the pay-per-view. Now, if you don't buy it, do whatever the fuck you're doing. I don't listen. I'm not here to judge. All I'm saying is if you buy that pay-per-view, use our link in the description and or the live chat's pinned right there. You could buy it for yourself. Okay? Just saying. Do it. Do it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's look at these fights. All right, so God damn it, I should have freaking put the bet the other day. Now it's a plus 110. I feel like it's going to be freaking even. I feel as the fight gets closer, I should have placed the bet on Monday. See, I always got to follow my gut. Anyway, I'm going to bet, let's see what the props are. I don't think I'm going to do props anymore. It's just kind of a waste of money. It's like sucker shit, That's super gambling when you're doing props. Let's see. I want to see Ngannou in first round, just out of curiosity. If he mows through him. A plus 400. No, it's juicy. That is kind of juicy, actually. When does MMA-Holes go live? In about an hour. In about an hour it goes live. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck killed a hooker once. Let me tell you this, drunk. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were in this Ridley Scott movie that I tried to watch. We got 15 minutes through it. And it was freaking horrible. It was so boring. And I'm like, that's Matt Damon. That's Ben Affleck. This is not medieval shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the fuck the name of the movie is. Oh, but Ridley Scott's awesome. I was so bummed. A super chat from YS.
Big fan from Japan. You guys are too awesome.
Hey, my man. Japan. What up, Japan? How you doing, buddy? YS. That's actually pretty cool, man. From Japan. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, The Last Duel. My God. It actually got good reviews.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Announcement. I have press passes to BYB 9 in Tampa.
Nice!
Unless XMMA gets in the way of it. Because XMMA is more important.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, we work with XMMA, but who knows? Maybe we'll work with BYB too. I don't think it's the same. I think XMMA is going to be another night. So I think you should be good. I think you should be good. Thank you, Glove Touch and YS for the donations. You guys are savages. Love you. Love you very much. And look at that. BYB Glove Touch is going to be a media member over. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Good for Glove Touch, man. Starting off 2022 with a bang. All right, I want to place a bet before we have our next guest on. So I'm going to go Francis Ngannou. Now I probably should go Ciryl Gane. If we go $100 on Francois, mybookie.ag, I'll make $110. I'm a little nervous about this fight. I'm not going to lie. I can't go like super duper mystical with the predictions here because it's heavyweight. You know, like I got to be honest. If you're going to bet on this fight, bet because you got a couple of, Scott Olds laying around, Don't do this because you're like, oh, this guy is going to fucking win. It's heavyweight fights. Heavyweight fights, these guys either guy could smoke each other. You never know. This is just fun. This is just for fun for me because honestly, I'm betting as a fan. I'd rather see Ngannou win. I find Ngannou way more exciting than Gane. Even though Gane got a finish against Derek Lewis. And maybe I'm bitter about that. I don't know. But Francis Ngannou I'd rather see as a champ. So Francis Ngannou, I'm going to go straight up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place the bet straight up on Francis Ngannou because I'm a little bit of a fan. Here we go. We're going to place the bet. MyBookie.ag. Am I making a mistake, friends? Because a lot of people are picking Gane, and I understand why, but I'm placing it right now. I'm doing it. And it's done. It is done. Now I want to look at Figueiredo. I don't hate Brandon Moreno. I really don't. Like, I joke around about the guy, but he's such a nice guy. He's such a likable character, and he's a fun guy to watch fight at 125. But for some reason, I just lean towards Figueiredo. He's in great shape. He says he's not going to have trouble with this weight cut. I feel like he's taking this fight way more serious than the last time around. He's training with Henry Cejudo. I think Henry Cejudo is going to have the right plan for Figueiredo. I think Figueiredo is going to get the job done. When I heard he was an underdog, I was like, whoa, licking my lips. So shout out to McLovin and Brandon Moreno, but we're going to try to bounce back here with a Figueiredo bet. I want to see where the odds stand. Where are the lines at? Here we go. UFC lines on the mybookie.ag. Let's see. Where is he at? And there's nothing better than flyweight, co-main, heavyweight, main. I just love how you have like this severe difference in weight classes. Love it. So Figueiredo is a plus 150. I'm going for it, man. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull the trigger on Figueiredo. I'm going 2 underdogs. Having a little fun. I'm dropping a fucking 100 on Figueiredo to make 150 over here. And we're placing a fucking bet. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, I know I see people in the chat saying parlay and whatever. I am not a huge fan of the parlays. That's like, I don't know, that's like the ultimate gamble. At least if I win one fight, I'll feel good about myself. I got 1 under. I won't feel too bad. You know what I'm saying? And I win one fight, I break even. So that's why I'm going to do that. I'm not going crazy. If you're a super duper gambler and you want to do parlays and all that shit, no thank you. Not my cup of tea over here. But every once in a blue moon, I'll throw a prop in there. We'll look at the lines and whatever else is going on here, if anything else stands out as the week progresses. But we're here on Wednesday, and UFC 270 is on Saturday night. A card that has a lot of newcomers. Welcome to the UFC. But still, the main card's not bad. I know a lot of people are shitting on the preliminaries. The main card is pretty tight. I think we're going to see some good stuff over there. So excited to see UFC 270. Let me know in the chat, what's a fight that stands out to you? Let's see. AM exactly. LA Rams versus Tampa. I want to see where the Rangers are tonight. It was 3-2. It's 3-3. Oh, it's 4-3. The Rangers are up on the Maple Leafs. What a game that was going on before I went live. I was like, I want to watch the rest of this thing. The Rangers were down. Holy shit. Now they're up 4-3 against the Maple Leafs. The Leafs are doing pretty good this season. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. 2 joints. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back into the chat before I get my next guest in here. I'll give him a call in a sec. If I don't win this bet on Gone, I'm a goner. I owe so much. I hope you win then. Well, no, I don't. I bet against Gone. It's going to be a weird going by myself. Well, listen. Glove touch. I mean, you got to think about this. You made connections already, so you're going to already know people there when you go. Every time you go to these events, here's my advice. I've done this at events a million times. Walk around like you are the shit. I don't give a shit if you have 20 subscribers on your YouTube channel. You walk into this place with your media pass on like, hey, I'm the fucking glove touch. I fucking work with the MMA-Holes. Like, walk around like your shit don't fucking stink. That's what you got to do. Put the shoulders back, walk around, shake everyone's hand, get some COVID and shit. But that's what we used to do at these events. And then when we started going more and more, it was like, be like, who are those guys? They must be somebody. Next thing you know, they'll be taking pictures with you, the whole deal. So that's the best way to go into that glove touch. Just go in there, all confidant. Okay? That's what you got to do. But 16 years old, going as a media member at BYB, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome stuff over there. We'll have Jesse come in with the news as well. But let's get our guest on the line here as I'm going to try to tee him up. Cue him up. Let's put him in here. Okay. Got the Rangers score over here. Excited about this. So if you missed Will Harris, run the stream back. Let us know what you think of Anatomy of a Fighter. He's a great guy. And a pretty interesting interview. Got to talk about Kamaru Usman and his trip in Africa and the whole deal. All right, so Seth Logan Shaffer. Let's get him on the horn. Let me find his Skype name real quick. This is why. Listen, you know how Will is a one-man show over there? Me and Jesse, that's all we got. Well, right now it's just me. But we do the production, we do the interviews, we schedule guests, we do everything. Although we do have a guy that handles some of our sponsors. Maybe we pay him in cheese, but other than that, let's see. Oh, we have a new sponsor to announce too. It looks like we just sent out a contract, so I'm actually wearing their product right now. You just don't know where it is, and I'll talk about it when they come aboard. I'm really looking forward to this. I'll give you a hint. Brandon Moreno is sponsored by them. That'll be a hint. But I actually really like their product. I'm pumped up that they're gonna jump on the MMA-Holes. I'm without sponsors, without you guys donating, we'd be donezo. So thank you guys and thank you to the sponsors. Okay, let's see what we got here. I got him queued up. All right, so I'm gonna give him a call. I'm gonna go into the guest room, switch up the names over here. Actually, let me go to Skype close-up, guest names, say hi. Okay. Alrighty. Yes, hemorrhoid cream. I was going to say queen. I was going to talk like Brody for a second there. All right, let's see if we can get him on the horn here. This is Seth Logan Shaffer. Here we go. All right. Mr. Shaffer, you're live with the MMA-Holes. You hear me? Oh, spooky. Let's see. I hear sound coming from him, but let's see if we got him over here. Hey, Seth. Might have okay, might be internet issues over here. Seth, you hear me? I like that sweater, by the way. Nice sweater. All right, Seth. Okay, I don't know. It looks like his internet, it might be a little... Oh, here we go. Hey, Seth, you hear me, bud? He's got a BYB medal on, I think. Maybe I should just leave it like this. Let's see. Does he see us? Oh, we don't hear him. Okay, you know what? If we can do... I don't know if he hears us. He can hear us. Oh, okay. All right, so he hears us, but we can't hear him. That's the problem. If worse comes to worse, if you want, we could do it on your cell phone. We can do, if you have the app on your cell phone, we can just do it that way. That's what we did with Will. Anyway, if you just jump it in, Seth Logan Shaffer, Seth3.14 on Instagram. Go check him out over there. He just signed with BYB, the triangular-shaped bare knuckle league. We have Dada 5000 coming on very soon, too. Breaking news. Dada 5000. The immortal Dada 5000 coming on very soon to the show.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you. You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes. We hear you loud and clear. You hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. There might be a little bit of a delay or something like that, but I do see you well. Hey, Seth, how's it going tonight? Okay, good stuff. All right, so Seth, man, welcome to the show. It's a first-time appearance over here, and it's a pleasure to have you on. You just...
Oh, man, I'm doing good.
Okay, I think there's a delay. You know what? Let me hang up and call back again and see if we can sync this thing up. Okay? All right, hold on a second here. Let me... It's like, we can't do that. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, let's try it now. You hear me, Seth?
All right, now I can't hear him. What the heck? All right.
Yeah, there's a massive delay. How about this?
Audio.
This is live.
There we go.
Hear me?
All right.
Okay, you hear me now, buddy?
Yeah, there we go. All right, now I got you.
Okay, so I don't know if there's still a delay, so I'm going to hold a 1 up in the air, and I need you to do the same thing. Okay, all right, there's no delay. Great, okay. All right, Seth, we're good to go. All right, we got that ironed out, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so what we got around your neck over there? Is that a little medallion? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's the medals they give out for winning. I think I haven't really looked in too much of the details, but I think they give it away for like every show for the winners. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But I got in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if they do that every time for every show, so I don't know. That's pretty cool. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
About to show a picture right over here at the bare knuckle event. There you are with your medal.
Yeah.
I mean, so tell me about this experience. What was it like?
I mean, as far as fighting bare knuckle, that's nothing new. I've been doing that since I was a kid. First with my brother, and then when we were, I guess, old enough to start running around in the streets.
Yeah.
And him would scrap with other kids quite often.
So you would just go out and get in a lot of trouble on the streets?
Yeah, I mean, we grew up in rough neighborhoods, in Ohio, and like in Cleveland. We live in Cleveland at some point, and we lived around, if you know about Bone Thugs and the history of East 99, we lived around there for some years, and the stories are real. It's a rough area around there. So
you had no choice, huh? When you were on the street, you were like, "Hey, listen, I gotta either fight or I'm getting my ass kicked."
Yeah, I mean, it's that saying, if you heard of it, concrete jungle.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's just, that's just the way it is. It's like the laws of the jungle. So the strong survive and whatnot. So yeah, so I mean, kind of had to fight or get punked out for however.
And I noticed that in 2011, that's when you started your amateur career. So you've been at this for a little while now, right? So let me, and it was a nice little win streak that you had going on over there. I mean, you just blew through the Amis, and here you are with bare knuckles. So let me, so how did you start getting into martial arts?
Well, like when we moved out of the Cleveland area and the Canton, it was still the same. I guess that they're saying, you could take me out of the hood or jungle, but you can't take the hood or jungle out of me. So was still fighting and whatnot, and in a much better area, mainly school too. And I beat. I'm not laughing because I take pride in it. It's because, like, you ask anyone around my area where I live now, it's the plain local. And I would say anyone from the graduation of 2012 and lower, if you bring my name up, the first thing they're going to bring up is when I beat this kid up, because it's kind of like legendary in a sense, which I'm more like infamy. I'll use infamy because, like I said, it wasn't cool. I shouldn't have done it. even though he shouldn't have said what he said, but still, words are just words. Now that I'm older and whatnot. So, yeah. But I beat this kid up so bad, and I told the people at BYB too. That's what they were talking, like when during the fight they're talking about my anger, blah blah blah, anger, blah blah. And I do got a bit of anger. I mean, it's a lot better now because I was going to like therapy, anger management crap. So yeah. But I beat this kid up really bad. I mean, it was a full blown assault. I assaulted the fuck out of him. I mean, I was just using my left hand. If you guys watched the fight, okay. I beat Mr. Martinez. It was with my left hand hooked to the body. But so I think it was the right side of his face. So I was just dropping the left hand on him, and the whole right side. He literally looked like Two-Face from Batman. Like if he was facing one way and you saw one side, his good side, you'd be like, oh, whatever, Then if he turned, you'd be like, whoa, like you just be like, whoa, what the fuck? So yeah, I beat this kid up really, really bad, and and I was like, it was freshman year, so I'm like 15 at the time, so and so now I'm pretty much a man. I'm a man at this point. So my mother's, she's a good mother. She's like, I got to do something about this, or he's gonna beat the shit out of someone so bad again or whatever, and he's gonna go to jail, blah blah blah. So she just took me to the local MMA gym because a buddy of hers was training there. So oh wow, I guess that's the history of it right there.
Do you still talk to Two-Face anymore, or is that?
No, I haven't talked to him ever since. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to talk to me.
His nightmares about you,
which is very fine. But everything I keep hearing, cause like he grew up with money, so he was like a preppy, like fucking, chin all high, my shit don't stink. He came off like that as a kid. But like when I kept hearing about him, like, now that we're older, everyone keeps saying like he's a lot better now, like as character and whatnot. Ever since that happened to him, like he's like, I don't know, I guess one of the nicest people or something like that. So
you probably changed him after that. I'm sure.
I mean, it's pretty humbling. Like I said before on one of my streams, one of the kids that I train at Aries Combat or train with, he was, I don't know, I bought him something. I bought him a gift through Steam. I gifted him a video.
All right, we got
BYB fight. Didn't go to my head. But and then I was like, well, when you get teed off for 2 minutes straight, it's pretty humbling. My last MMA fight in the last round was Zachariah Kamara. It went bad. It was a nightmare. I mean, he was just, for the last round for 2 minutes, he was just beating my ass.
Oh my god.
He was just fucking me up. So, it's I don't know, something about a good ass whooping is just humbling. So
yeah, and I mean, you were on some winning streak before you ran into Zachariah, and then that happens. It's probably something that you needed though, right? Before you went pro?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm not trying to say it because, you know, I'm salty about the loss, but I'm kind of a factual kind of guy. If you watch it, technically I did win because they did announce me the winner first.
Did they really?
I swear to God, just fast forward, just go to the fight and fast forward it to the announcement. They announced me the winner first, and then they take that shit away. I say they Steve Harvey'd me.
And what was going through your mind? You're like, oh, this is amazing, and then they just took your hand and put it back down, right? Is that what happened? Oh my God. So now after this, you're saying, okay, what's next here? Your coaches are like, try bare knuckle or something like that. So how did you?
Well, no, I mean, I was supposed to go pro. Like the reason why it's been so like if you look at the records and you see, I mean I guess at least the belt, you know. When I won my first belt in NAFs in 2013, 2013, that's a long time ago, you know.
Sure.
So if you kind of think like, why the hell did he wait so long to go pro? I didn't. It was not up to me. I was supposed to go pro like 2 years ago when I won I'll go grab it real quick. I hate it though. I hate this belt.
I like this guy. Let me see this thing.
All right, this was my rite of passage with this belt.
That's pretty nice. That's a nice big belt, man. It's tremendous.
Yeah, what was the year? Was it? I think it was like. It was the year before, everything shut down. So what was that like? What was that like
2019?
2018, 19-ish?
Yeah, 19.
So I can't remember his name, which don't even matter because I hate him. I have never hated anyone, but I hate this guy. He's the head of our athletic commission, and apparently our athletic commission is such a nightmare. I'm from Ohio, if you don't know. It's such a nightmare that other states, I mean, I'm talking about people all the way from California, fighters know about our athletic commission, and they're like, yeah, your commission's a fucking nightmare. Like, I would hate to have to deal with your athletic commission.
Really?
And it's just one man. This one man, I don't know his last name, it doesn't matter, but his name's Bernie. And I don't know what his deal was, but when I finally earned my right to go pro, crap shut down. And I couldn't get a fight. No one really could unless you were like on TV, high level crap. So a whole year went by, and then I get stuff going again. I get something lined up, well, supposedly, and but I wanted to be pro, and he's like, no, because since I've been off for a year again, the layoff, you've been off for too long now, and it's just like, okay, but I had no control over that. So like, why are you penalizing me? It's like with the rules nowadays. I guess the rules like you have to have 9 amateur fights, but see, here the thing is they'll bend rules. Like if you win belts and stuff like that, especially on undefeated records, they'll let you go.
Yeah.
So like back in 2013, I could have went pro. So,
do you think that was a good? I mean. And how old are you now? You are what?
28.
Oh, you're 28. All right. So I mean, listen, you're still pretty much in your prime right now. I mean,
yeah, I still am.
So
but
some guys are hitting the UFC at like 31, 32. I have a friend at like 33 years. Actually, Chris Curtis just got into the UFC and he's in his mid 30s. So I mean, there are people that hit the highest of high levels in their mid 30s. I mean, so maybe you needed that experience. Maybe, who knows, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess trying to be positive with it, I try to think that, and try to keep that in my mind. I mean, it doesn't even matter anymore, like my manager says. Like,
yeah.
This man Bernie, he doesn't even exist to me anymore because he has no control or influence on where I go with the fighting nowadays.
Listening to you talk, you sound a lot like Mighty Mouse. Have you?
Mighty Mouse?
Yeah, have you ever gotten that before? I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like I'm talking to Mighty Mouse right now. Like you have the same mannerisms and stuff like that. You're a gamer?
Yeah, I am. I'm a nerd. I've addressed that too with like Trejos and Paulie Magalani and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
So Yeah, I go hard with it, like here in my keyboard.
You say Poli Malignaggi, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Or Macaroni, whatever the hell that guy's name is, right?
I know. I always butcher his last name. I feel
He's
bad,
in it.
but
So you do streaming? Were you on like Twitch or something?
I just do Facebook.
Oh, okay.
There's my server.
Oh, look at that.
And there's my turtle show.
And what kind of internet you have? It seems like the internet's a little
Oh,
wonky.
it's crappy.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
got crappy Spectrum. If anyone knows about Spectrum, and
Yeah.
if they, everyone's like, yeah, Spectrum.
They're terrible. What kind of games you play?
I guess right now I'm back on Red Dead Online just because I like Western.
Nice.
I consider myself a country boy. I mean, Ohio, it's more country than anything. There's a lot of farmland here.
So now your BYB car fight that's coming up over here. How pumped up are you about this? The Tampa Brawl. Tell me about this thing.
Oh man, I mean, I'm just excited to be fighting again. Like I said, man, that layoff. If anything, that layoff, like, not like you're saying about, like, about experience. I truly felt like I was ready to go, like when I won the WFC belt. But I honestly appreciate the layoff and kind of getting bent over by Bernie, because like it just like yes, like how like Paulie and them were saying in that fight, like I got a chip on my shoulder, and specifically with Zachariah with a loss. No, if anything, I have a chip on my shoulder with my athletic commission. So like I kind of just keep using that as fuel, and like it just I use that as my motivation.
Yeah, you sound like you're pretty stuck on this athletic.
Yeah,
you should
man,
fight them.
Because it was annoying. Like, dude, a lot of bad crap happened to me in life just because like I was just so frustrated. Like I can't fight right now. Like, well, at least pro wise, and it's just like I felt like I was long overdue.
Yeah.
On top of my age, like I need to start making money.
Sure.
Because I like one of my goals, I want to start a family and whatnot, and you kind of need money for that. Kids are expensive, blah blah. So
They are.
I'm just like, man, like this ain't just a hobby anymore. This ain't just fun. Like, of course it's fun because it has to be fun first. Because if you get in the fight game for money, you've already set yourself up for failure.
So with the BYB here, you're a multi-fight deal with them?
Yeah, it's just a three fight contract deal.
Great. That's
I
awesome.
mean, I don't know. I mean,
you don't sound too thrilled. What?
like, I mean, I don't know. Like, probably a lot of people from the outside like think like it's super special. Like, it's nothing too special, but it's just kind of a mark that like I don't know. Like the company is more because BYB, they're still new.
Yeah.
I mean, Bare Knuckle's still pretty new in general. But I guess it's just kind of a mark that like that the company actually sees something in you, and like they're more willing to like work with you and whatnot. Now, like don't take that as like that's special privileges or anything. Like they're gonna treat me like, or bend rules or whatever for me than other fighters. But I guess it's just like I said, it's just kind of like a mark that like that the company actually sees potential in you and wants to work with you more than other fighters, I guess. So I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I appreciate your honesty. Because like a lot of fighters, they sugarcoat everything, but inside they're a little agitated about certain things. And here you are being completely honest. So what's the deal here then? Where do you want to be? Like where's the end game? Do you want to go to like a UFC? Do you want to be boxing? Do you want to is there any specific end game?
I mean, like, if anything, I guess priority wise of end game is become a world champion. Like I said, like I was bringing about the money. Like if you're just getting into this stuff just to make money and become rich, you're setting yourself up for failure, to be honest, because for one, in today's technology too, like go learn a little bit of code and whatnot, and you could make a stupid little crappy app and throw it up on the store for $1 and you could become rich, like
Sure.
Like quick history with the Thai dude, if anyone knows about the dude who made Flappy Birds, like that still today has the record of the most gross income made within just days. Like at the peak of it, that man was making $50,000 a day. So
Wow.
And it took him 3 days to make that game. So, you know, if you're chasing money, there's way better things, way more lucrative things that are gonna save your face and your brain and just your health. So.
Absolutely.
But But yeah, so the goal is to get a world championship, obviously for myself, but mainly for my coach. I have a boxing coach, Lorenzo Scott. He's an OG, and people that are really in the fight game, specifically boxing, they know him. He has a female world champion. She's mainly famous from getting knocked out real bad. If you remember, her name's Vonda Ward.
Okay.
And she got knocked out really bad by Ann Wolf. Probably don't know the name, but a lot of you guys probably seen that clip. Yeah, she got knocked out real bad, but she was a world champion, and mainly thanks to my boxing coach Lorenzo Scott.
Okay.
So my goal, along with my main training partner, boxer, so shout out to Razimian Ford, the Humble Beast. He's a phenomenal boxer. He just had his like 9th pro boxing match, and he took the dude out in the first round again. So he's on his way too. So it's basically kind of like a race between us.
Gotcha.
To become our boxing coach's first male world champion. So.
Yeah, it's good to have competition, right? I mean, and it's good that you have champions in the gym and things to strive for. We're live with Seth Logan Shaffer. He's just signed with BYB. The BYB Brawl #9 is going down on the date is, where is the date? March 12th. So March 12th of this year. I have a donation that slipped in from a Kendall Volker. You may know this person.
Super chat.
Yeah, I know Kendall. She's awesome. She's a
wonderful interview with Seth. Shout out to his sponsors and affiliates, Turp House Farms, Aries Combat and Ungodev and HKA_USA. DM BYB Extreme for more info for the upcoming BYB 9 on March 12th.
Okay, so the BYB 3/12/2022. Thank you, Kendall. And look at that. There's your sponsor over there, correct?
Yeah, Turp House. It's a great product. It's your CBD for recovery and just to deal with any aches and pains and whatnot. So got it. He's got it's in lotion to rub on. That's what that was, and then he's got it in drops. I don't know too much about DA. I don't know if it's completely legal or whatever, but he also has that manufactured too, so that's good. So.
That's interesting. Oh, well, we got to check him out. Turp House. I've seen him pop up a lot on athletes' social media, so we'll definitely check him out for sure. And do you dabble in marijuana?
No, not really. Like, if I use it, it's definitely 100% for like a medical reason. Like when I, if you saw that picture you brought up when I went out, I was a bit banged up. Mr. Martinez got some good shots on me. I had to get stitches, which is still healing. And my left eye on my orbital, it was pretty swollen. So that's about the time when I will use it. If I'm really sore, hurting from a pretty savage battle and whatnot. But yeah, I'm not really into it. I never really was. Like when all my peers were going to the parties and whatnot, I was training. So they're like, Seth, you gonna come to the party? Blah blah. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go train. So they're like, all right, you're crazy, but all right.
We hear that from a lot of the athletes. Like, while everyone is going out, drinking, having fun, doing all these things, you guys are in the gym or recovering or just trying to get ready for fights and stuff like that. And for like 10 years, you've been doing this. So have you shelved your personal life completely for this? I mean, do you have a girlfriend? Like, what's going on?
No, I mean, like I said, it's fun. It's fun to me. Call me crazy but it's literally fun. It's fun to me. Like I love this. I love this lifestyle and whatnot. So.
That's awesome. And you said your parents, they support this, right? I mean, your mom got you into the mixed martial arts game. So what do they think now that you're deep into this thing and now you're with BYB? What's their thoughts on that?
I mean, they've always supported me. and you know, as far as my mother, I mean, she's a mother, and you know, and I'm the baby, so yeah, she's concerned, but I mean, I don't know, I always try to let her, let her know, like, all right, I got this, mother, you know, I busted my butt off, so you know, even if I lose, I'm not gonna, get any like crazy like mortality type of injury going on, so. But I don't know.
Will she be in attendance for this event?
Yeah, she should make it. So
Okay.
But I don't know. Watch out though. She's scary. She's a scary person. If you want to know where I got my my savagery from, it's definitely from her.
Oh really? So we'll be hearing her in the crowd then, right?
No, I mean not too much. No, like I said, she's I don't know. She's a cold, calculating woman.
Sounds like old women.
And she's like, I guess basically, she's like the female version of John Wick.
Oh wow.
Best way, yeah, it's the best way.
She wouldn't be a good mother if she weren't that way.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so she scares me. Trust me, she scares me.
I'm afraid the door's gonna barge open, and she's gonna come in and start beating you up or something like this. You have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have an older brother.
And are they into this too or no?
I mean, yeah, way too much into it because he's a full-blown felon. So yeah, yeah.
He's older or younger?
He's older.
Okay.
So, you know, he's I don't even know.
This is some story. So let me get this straight.
No filter for him.
So your parents are together or no?
No, they're not.
They're not together. Okay. So and you're living with your mom and your brother or no?
Just my mother.
Just your mother. Okay. So where's your brother? Your brother is in jail or is he?
No, I think he's out. Yeah.
I don't mean
how
to
do you
laugh.
not know? Is he? You think he's out?
He's just full blown institutionalized. So
Wow.
you know, he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out.
So now you just don't, whatever, whatever.
He gave up on him.
Yeah,
What's the
he's
flavor
a grown
of the day?
man, you know, he's like 31 years old, so you know,
Yeah.
he'll figure it out eventually, maybe.
Yeah, eventually you get it just gets numb to it, right? When people keep on making the same mistakes, right?
I don't know. I mean, he's got my number. He can get a hold of me.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And now, and do you still talk to your dad, or is your dad completely out of the picture?
Nah, he passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
And how old were you when he passed?
Oh, I was just a child.
Wow, man. So basically, you're the man of the house here, right? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how does that so now you as a fighter, I mean, listen, you had a pretty tough life here. Like, as it's coming together, as I'm learning about this, it seems like you had a pretty tough run.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the background of a lot of fighters, though,
Yeah.
you know? You're more born into this than anything. So.
Are you resentful in any way because of any of the things that happened in your life? Are you like upset the way things went down, or are you satisfied?
I mean, at some point I was, but then there was a saying, like I can't remember how it goes quote for quote, but basically you to a certain point, to a certain age, when you're an adult, and you just need to take responsibility and stop just placing blame, I guess, on your misfortune, and using it as a crutch. Just be a freaking adult and do things to fix that.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I like the way you think, man.
if you got any past trauma or anything, you're an adult. Get a freaking job. You don't have enough money to afford insurance and take your butt to therapy and whatnot. I mean, it's really as simple as that. So I mean, if you can't figure it out on your own, there are people that are specialized in that type of stuff that can help you out.
Sure. Well,
I'm just speaking from experience too. That's what helped me by going to people that can help you with this type of stuff.
I think a lot of people can learn from your words, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people know it. But like I said, like they'll make an excuse typically, like with money, either like money, like I don't have the money for that, or I don't have the time. Typically, mostly the time. You'll hear that a lot with people. Like, I don't have the time. you do.
Mhm.
You just got to make the time.
So now you're fighting here at 145, right? This is the weight class that you're fighting at
Yeah.
in the Trigon. And what do you walk around at?
Typically like nothing heavy. I don't like to be any heavier than 155. So
Okay.
I basically 10 pounds. I like to stay within the 10 pounds.
10 pounds. Okay. You know, it's so wild. I'm noticing as you're telling me these stories about your life, and I appreciate you, you know, sharing this with us. Your honesty that comes from all this. It seems like.
Well, that comes from my mother too. So
yeah.
She basically conditioned me to not be able to lie.
Mhm.
She hates a liar, and that's one of the things that scared the fuck out of me when when I started lying to her. She'd be like, "Don't fucking lie to me, boy. Play me like I'm fucking dumb." Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's literally impossible for me to lie.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Hey, did your mom ever remarry or anything like that, or?
No, she's I mean, I don't even know, cause I don't really care, cause it's private type of stuff. But she's gay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know if that's like always kind of been her thing or not, but she got a girlfriend.
Wow, look at that! What? You need to write a book. Like, this is unbelievable.
I had a friend who had the same situation.
So she lost her husband, right? Your father. And then she just comes out as gay, or was it like a couple years pass, or? I mean,
all this stuff. Like you said, I was a kid, like just basically still in diapers.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
When my father was gone, and she. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't really care. Cause like I said, that's all private. That's all personal, private stuff. But I use the word transition when she transitioned to have a girlfriend. I was still a child too, because she's basically in my life and helped raise me too. So I would just mostly just tell people like I have two moms.
Yeah. So when you were younger and you would get in fights on the street and stuff like that, were people plucking at that? Were people trying to tease about family life or anything like that? Is that why?
No, I would say no, and mainly because no one really knew, because she kept it on hush, because mainly because like you keep saying like that's private stuff, and I say that because like nowadays, like you you always hear mainly from like the LGBTQ community, like they're very prideful about it, which I mean you should, if you're very prideful for stuff like that, go ahead. But like you said, that stuff was like around in like the late 90s and whatnot, late 90s and early 2000s, and like it wasn't as like vocalized like nowadays, so but like I said, my mother, she's just a private person in general, so she just didn't go around like just telling people about that stuff. So like the kids didn't even know about it, and me, I never even really thought about it too, because like I said, I was just a kid, so it was all just normal to me. So I don't know. And honestly, I'm really quiet. If we met in person, like you really won't hear too much from me. I like to just sit back and observe and just listen. So
those are the scary ones, though. Those are the ones you don't want to mess with, right?
Yeah, I always hear that. So I'm harmless though. I ain't.
This is interesting. I mean, I could go on and on about this. This is a wild story, man. And so now, I mean, and listen, if you're gonna come out, or if you're gonna be gay now, a lesbian, whatever, I mean, now's the time. Like you said, I mean, now is the time where it's embraced. All different communities are embraced, and it's just a whole different world.
Yeah. Like I said, like I don't know. I get it. Like it's not like I did research on it, but I get it, because like mainly come because I grew up in I guess it's all the same. I remember I asked my mom a while ago, like Christian, Catholic, because of my grandmother, and like with that stuff, like I would say mainly, at least in this country, America, that's the reason why like a lot of like gay people and whatnot like kept it quiet on the down low, because like I guess I would use my grandmother's time, when she was of my age and growing up, like that stuff was like really frowned upon, mainly because of the religion. And and honestly, like a lot of those people are like crucified and demonized because of that stuff.
Yeah, it's a whole different world. It really is.
But nowadays it's a lot more, it's a lot more acceptable, which it should be, because like I said, like because like that's just such like close, behind closed doors type of stuff. Like why would anyone else care like who they're sleeping with and what, like who cares? You know, like
it's true though. Like whatever happens in the bedroom, like if you want to fuck a cow, fuck a cow. You know?
Yeah, like
right.
It's just,
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
it
is what it is. People gotta loosen up. I am with you. But you know what it is. The problem is the radical people. It's the people that are so in your face that pushing whatever it is, and then it turns people in another direction. You got this back and forth bullshit.
It's not even like, let's be real, guys. It's not even like it's not even just your sexual orientation. It has to do with everything. Whether you're vaccinated, unvaccinated, what your race is, what your gender is. Like we're narrowing it down to one thing, but it honestly is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Yeah. I mean, and then like I don't know. I guess like with me, because I'm biracial, and like shoot, like a lot of people I run into, like I'll get asked like, what are you? It's like when I was down in Miami, like when I was running the Spanish people, like they were kind of assuming I was some kind of Spanish ethnicity, and like they would just start talking to me in Spanish. I don't know Spanish at all, so I guess I don't know. I guess it's a lot more easier for me to be more understanding and tolerable, because I'm kind of like in between the spectrum and of both sides.
Yeah.
And especially of race, like black, white, and all that type of stuff. So
what nationality are you, if you don't mind me asking?
See what I'm saying? Like,
I'm curious. Now I'm curious because now I'm looking at you. I have no idea. Like you're a little bit of everything. You're like a mutt.
I know. I am. I like to use the Harry Potter term, mudblood. Mudblood.
That's the best though.
I'm all kinds. Like I did that ancestry thing, and like, dude, I am all across the board. And then the dude you're talking to, is he like he's got some kind of affiliation with Usman? Is he like a coach or something like that?
No, they are homosexual lovers. No, no, he does a show, a YouTube channel. It's like 500,000 subscribers, almost 600,000. It's called Anatomy of a Fighter. He does documentaries. He's been with Habib, all the highest of MMA fighters over there, and he's good friends with Usman as well. Will Harris, great guy.
All right, because I was just bringing it up because I was talking about Nigerian a lot, and like I just picked a larger percentage of me, mainly from my European and my African. But my larger percentage of African is Nigerian.
Oh, really?
And I think that's 17% to be exact. And then my largest, like it's the dominant, and like a lot of people are probably like, wow, really? That one is European, and it's Scottish. I'm 25% Scottish.
I have Scottish. That's pretty cool. I don't really meet anybody who says that they have Scottish in them.
That's cool. Yeah, like you have a little bit of everything. So you, like you said, you can see from every angle, and I mean, I think pretty soon the whole world's gonna be mixed up. Like, I mean, that's just how we are right now. You know, like people
it's gonna be like that episode of South Park where that they took our germs. Everyone's gonna be those people.
That's right. It's so
Everyone's
true.
just gonna be beige and bald.
We're all gonna look exactly alike. Well, listen, man. I get so much to talk about with you, but I can go all night with you. You're a nice guy, and you work as well, right? So you have a day job, and you're doing this as well. What do you do on the side?
Well, I'm kind of all over the board. Like I said, I'm country. Blue collar. And fortunate that I have family members that have businesses going on. But I can't work it now because it's snowing. But my cousin's job is just construction underground, and we just put in we just set up the stuff for the cable companies so they can come in and hook the stuff up.
Gotcha.
And then right now another buddy of mine, he's basically like family. It's just carpentry. The business called American Patio. So we just do all kinds of stuff.
All right,
So-
and the end game right now is you're basically buying time. You want to do this full time, right? You want to be a fighter where you're making the money, you're a champion, and that's the goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, of course, everyone wants to make the most money. I mean, look at Bezos. It's still not enough for him, and he has like 1/3 of the world's wealth. So
Yeah, that's so true.
But mainly I want to get to the position of the amount of money is just so I can train full time, because like I'm a showman, and like and that's in the forefront of my mind when I go out there and fight. Yes, I want to win and whatnot, but to me, first and foremost, is to put on a show. So the more time I can train and not have to worry about, like right now, like, I would be in bed right now because I got to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Oh man.
So like when I don't have to worry about that anymore, and I can just train like Mayweather, and I can because I got the energy too. I could literally wake up at like 2 in the morning, 2-3 in the morning, just go fucking train just because I want to go train. So when I can finally do that, like the shows, if you think the shows I put on now with fighting are good, they're gonna get so much better when I can do this full time. Just train.
Well, hey man, I'm looking forward to that. And you're fighting Toby Misech. I think that's how you say his name. But anyway, what can we look forward to in this fight? We're gonna knock this guy out or what? What's going on?
No, I don't really go out looking for the knockout. That's just something you definitely just want to let it happen. And I learned from my mistake, because the first time I tried to do that was against Zachary, and I saw my results on that. Finally trying to just press the situation and force the finish. So. But like I said, definitely put on a show. I am gonna bring out a new bag of tricks. I mean, people kind of got a little taste of it against Mr. Martinez, but I think I'm gonna, from start to finish, I'm gonna use this weapon of mine I've been working on. So.
I'm excited.
And then I'm gonna be looking the style a little bit more, because I guess in the boxing world, I told him the interview people at BYB, mainly like Miss Trejos and whatnot. My favorite boxer of all time is Mr. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Nothing against his son, but I mean his father is just a freaking legend. I mean, anyone who knows anything about fighting, especially boxing, knows just what a machine Mr. Chavez was. So.
Well, if Chavez Jr. didn't party and took it a little bit more seriously, he could have been something special too. But it seems like didn't want to make weight, and he liked, whether it was booze or drugs, I don't know what the hell was going on. But it seemed like that was the problem.
He was born into rich and famous, life.
Yeah.
So. But anyways, like I was gonna say, besides Mr. Chavez Sr., I enjoy a lot of like the high-level, elusive defensive fighters, like Whitaker, Sweet Pea. He's one of my favorites, because they just really put on shows, man, with all the so-called antics and showboating. But I mean, it was just so damn entertaining,
It's funny you say him. I got to see him fight live against Trinidad. And I mean, he lost that fight, but I was going nuts, man. I had the American flag going around, and I was getting hazed so bad by the Trinidad fans. But Sweet Pea Whitaker was a lot of fun. He really was.
Yeah, and then we can't forget Mr. I think with an N, Prince Nassim.
Mm-hmm.
He was also a great boxer, but put on a great show, just because the so-called showboating and antics he did. So I'm gonna be looking to be bringing that more into these fights from here on out. So now that I got the the debut and pro debut and bare knuckle debut, I guess jitters out. I'm gonna be a lot more comfortable in there. So. I'll just be putting on a good show.
I'm looking forward to it, man. You got 2 new fans over here, Seth. We're looking forward to the next fight. It's March 12th, BYB 9 Extreme. If there's any shout-outs you'd like to make, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah, I gotta remember all of them. So first and foremost, Turp House Farms, that's my manager, Jay Davis. None of this, like literally right now, like interviewing with you guys, this wouldn't have been possible without him, the work he put in for me. And shout out to BYB Extreme. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity as well, and thank you for the contract too. And shout out to you God, he's got to change that name. Yungadev, my buddy. It's my buddy and my future boss here soon in the field of IT once I get my my W3 schooling finally done. So, but yeah, check him out. I post his stuff out, but he's great. If you need anything done, like anything of websites, applications. He's even making, I think he's starting to make a metaverse. I don't really know too much about that yet. I haven't looked into it, but he's great. He's just a real smart kid, and his whole family is into that field of tech. So his father's a cybersecurity too. So you need anything computer wise done, hit those guys up. HK USA, great products and fight gear. Shout out to them. Shout out to MMA Coin. Shout out to Dream. That's my management. The whole company. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for having me. And that's everyone.
All right. Well, Seth.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shout out to Kendall.
That's right, Kendall.
Kendall Volker.
Kendall in the chat.
You.
Yes, Kendall was the one that actually introduced us. Shout out to Kendall, the best. All right. Well, Seth, thanks again for coming on. Good luck March 12th. And when you're done beating his ass, come back on the show. How's that sound?
Definitely. I will definitely come back to you guys.
There we go. Seth Logan Shaffer live on the MMA-Holes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Jesse, what do you think? Huh? What do you think?
Wonderful, Moss.
Nice guy. In the beginning, it was a weird start. Like, I wasn't sure, like, where we were going with this. And then as we unfolded the Seth, and it was nice of him to come on because, listen, people got day jobs and lives, so, it was nice of him to come on here and share his story. But we learned a lot about the guy. And now a BYB 3-fight deal, March 12th, bare knuckle inside the triangular shaped ring. The first organization to pull it off, the triangle.
Do I have a booger in my left nostril?
I don't know, but you're blowing. You've been blowing this. No, you don't. You don't have a booger.
I feel something, and it is bothering the shit out of me.
Well, the snot rockets that you're shooting on your microphone is.
I'm not shooting any snot
sexy
rockets
as
on my
fook.
microphone. Stop being retarded.
You don't have a booger, but show the people. Let's see if they can find it. Can you see Jessie's booger in her nose? She's got a big Mo booger.
It's bothering me so much.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Nanobots? Yeah, maybe it's nanobots. Do you think it's the nanos?
No, it feels like a fucking, like when you have one of those boogers that are hanging at the very bottom. But like
it's called a bat in the cave. Bat in the cave.
No, like the ones that are like they stick at the bottom and you can feel it, but you can't see it. And you can't but it's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Go give Seth a follow too on Instagram. Seth3.14 over on IG. Go give him a follow over there, and also Will Harris as well. Will Harris Productions. Shout out to Will Harris for coming on the show. Really cool stories from both guys.
Yeah.
All right, so I placed 2 bets on the unders, Jess. Don't beat me up.
Oh God.
I bet on the unders. Figueiredo, I went, and Francis Ngannou. Did I make a mistake?
Not on Francis Ngannou. No.
No?
No mistake there.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. I hope so, because I'm actually really nervous. Ciryl Gane, the undefeated fighter. The the analogy I made was Dominic Reyes, during the week, and I'm going to stick with it. I think he's going to fall. I think finally Gane's going to take the L. Finally, he's going to take it, and Francis is going to pummel his face into the mat. Unless I'm hoping that's the case. He is the underdog in this fight, and so is Figueiredo, who is a bigger underdog. Make a little more money off of Figueiredo, who looks like he's in great shape. That last fight, he didn't even look anything like what he was before. So Figueiredo coming in here. The only worry, he is, getting older. He's had trouble making weight before. He looks like he's in great shape. Moreno is in the prime, 28 years of age. Moreno was cruising in his last fight. He finished Figueiredo. So, everything points towards Moreno, but I don't know, man. I'm just going to make some fun fan picks here. Just rolling the dice. Just rolling the dice.
Yes.
All right. You want to hit us with some stories so we can wrap this puppy up?
Sure. So, Ciryl Gane says, I want to fight against John Jones after beating Francis Ngannou at UFC 270. What do you think about that?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh, Moss, you weren't even ready. You're not even on the right MMA news.
Sorry, Jesse. I ran a whole fucking show.
You should be sorry.
Apologies for me doing
you should
400
be
things at
ashamed
once.
of yourself.
All right, repeat yourself because I wasn't paying attention.
Ciryl Gane says he wants to fight for John Jones after beating Francis Ngannou at UFC 270.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I don't like this. I don't like when the media baits these fighters into the what's next, because then it's like you're looking past fights and it gets a little tricky. I don't like this. I don't like any of this shit.
According to Damon Martin of MMA Fighting, Ciryl Gane is laser focused on beating former teammate Francis Ngannou in the UFC 270 main event, but he can't ignore the possibilities of what happens next if he becomes the undisputed heavyweight champion.
Yeah, they're doing it to Gane and Ngannou, and it's like, I don't know. Let them focus. Stop going. Can we talk about the damn fight? Like, why do we gotta? All right, let's talk about what's next. We have a fight Saturday.
If you think about it, though, it's a good tactic by the reporters.
Yeah, but they're doing it to Ngannou too.
Like, if certain reporters want Gane to lose, they start to make him focus on all the wrong things.
But
like,
they're
what's
doing it to
next
both of them. It's like,
some reporters want Ngannou to win, some reporters want Gane to win. So, it's actually a pretty good tactic, especially if you're dropping money on the fight. What's the best thing to do to get into their heads? Start asking them questions about what's next.
So you're saying the reporters they have money on the fight, so they're getting into their heads?
No, I'm just creating a conspiracy theory.
I don't understand what the hell you're saying.
Like, what if the reporters, say Damon Martin from MMA Fighting has a bunch of money on Ngannou as the under. So he's like, okay, I have to make sure Ciryl Gane loses. So what can I do to get into his head as a reporter?
This is a
so
rabbit hole.
he starts asking him questions about what's next and trying to distract him from the actual fight.
They're trying to create a secondary story.
I said it was a conspiracy theory. Why you got to trample all over
because
it?
We all know what it is. You're talking about flat Earth right now.
All right, excuse me. I won't talk anymore. I was just coming up with a fun theory, Moss.
It's not a theory.
And you just went and took a shit all over it.
This is some flat Earth shit you're talking about here. They want to just sell. They just want articles. They want news stories. What's juicy? John Jones. Okay, let's talk about him. It's just like, I don't know. It's the number one bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
This is number one bullshit.
So I don't really have any thoughts on this. Listen. First of all, we don't even know if John's coming back. He says he's coming back. He looks like he's, training again, and he's in Arizona and whatever. But we don't even know if he's coming back. Move on. Next, please.
Francis Ngannou is warning Gane about trying to win on points at UFC 270. The UFC posted out a picture for UFC 270 Artist Series, I guess, and Ngannou was asked about that, and he followed it up with some other stuff. He basically said, I'm not actually very familiar with Gane. I've only trained with him less than 8 times for a few weeks 3 years ago. That's not enough to know that much about it. Also, everyone has improved and worked on different things since then, so it doesn't mean anything for me. But yes, he's an all-around good fighter whose abilities I'm aware of. I heard Gane wants to go 5 rounds and win on points. That's definitely a big risk with my power to try and last that long. It will have to be his very lucky day to survive the first round or 2, let alone 5. If he makes 5 rounds, it will be an accomplishment for him. My prediction is that it will probably be a second round knockout for me, or at least I will have knocked him out in under 2 rounds.
What is this? What is this?
It's an artist series from the UFC.
This looks like trash.
I think it looks nice.
This looks like... I've seen fan art that's...
I like it. It looks like a trading card.
This looks like shit. What is this?
Wow,
first of all, that looks like that. Jess, let's be honest here. That looks like Daniel Cormier. That doesn't even with a lot of muscles. That doesn't even look like Ngannou. Are they kidding me with this thing?
I like it.
Oh, get out of here with this. Who did this?
Bartlett Studio. They actually credited him.
Hey, Bartlett, you got to do better than this. Come on, Bartlett. Oh my God, look at what else Bartlett's got over here.
What is the matter with you?
The fuck is this? What is that? Belushi? What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Well, you can forget about this guy doing anything for you.
Oh, this guy is terrible. What is going on here? What the? Look at this thing. Look at this pile of crap.
You're just jealous because you can't do the same thing.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, the UFC. You need to get glove touch on here. Like, what is this? What is all this? Horse shit. By the way, I have fantastic news. The Rangers defeated the Maple Leafs 6-2 3. The comeback domination. Come on, Canada. What are you doing? Sorry.
Alexander Volkanovski responds to Diva Yair Rodriguez saying 2 years you were pretty much running from Zabit. According to the MMA Fighting Newswire, Volkanovski doesn't mind being called out. It comes with the territory when you're a reigning UFC champion. He just wants the call-outs to make sense. That's why Volkanovski didn't mind when featherweight contenders like Korean Zombie and Josh Emmett respectfully raised their hands to fight him after Holloway withdrew from UFC 272. They were just playing the game, and both were worthy names coming off of recent wins. It's also why the approaches taken by two men in particular, Chikadze and Rodriguez, stuck out to Volkanovski for all the wrong reasons. Chikadze was eventually forced to eat his words after losing to Calvin Kattar at UFC Vegas 46, but Rodriguez's attempt to sucker Volkanovski into a fight didn't land any better. He said, one thing that surprises me and what annoys me is the way he acted about it, as if it was a no-brainer that he should be next in line, and then starts carrying on and swearing and saying respectfully, fuck you, and all this type of stuff. I'm like, are you serious? Okay, let's remember. Look, let me bring you back. Let's be real for a second. What, over 2 years, you were pretty much running from Zabit Magomedsharipov. I didn't want to bring that up, but man, you put me here. So you're running from Zabit, pulling out, you're getting suspended by USADA, you've been a diva, and then the UFC had so much hassle to get you booked into a fight. Like, you could imagine it was just a bunch of chaos. So the UFC aren't going to take that seriously. And then let's remember, he just lost. I don't get it. Like, I just really, really don't get it. You haven't fought for how long? Then you're coming off a loss, and then you get angry at me because I don't sit there and call you out? Man, it just blows me away.
I am so sick of Volkanovski, and he's the hot chick right now, right? Like,
I mean, he's got a point.
Well, it's everything that he says. Like, when he went on Ariel again, and he seems like such a nice guy. Like, I hate to be this guy, but I can't listen to him. I don't know what it is. When he's on Ariel, I can't listen to him. When he's quoted, I couldn't care less. I don't know why, and he's such a good fighter. You know, such a good fighter here. And now, like, he's going back and forth with Yair Rodriguez, and it's just like, whoop-de-doo. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do we do about Volkanovski here? How do we make him a little bit more interesting to me? Because it's all about me.
I don't know why you make everything about you. I think it's interesting to listen to.
Did you watch the Ariel interview?
I actually did watch Ariel Helwani today.
No, not today. When Volkanovski was on. Remember, we were sitting there and we were just like, we can't even watch this shit. It was unwatchable. You were right next to me. We both didn't pay any attention. Was I doing
something?
No, we were sitting at the dining room table doing nothing. We were literally sitting there. And Volkanovski was on Helwani. I came back from the gym. We sat there. And
was
it was
I working
boring
on
as all hell.
something?
No, you know you can't sit. When was the last time you sat through a Volkanovski interview?
You're not answering that question because I was probably working on something.
Here's the question for you. When was the last time you sat through a Volkanovski interview?
Clearly the last time we sat there together and watched it.
And when was that? Because I haven't.
You just said it was Monday.
Yeah. Did we get through it? I turned it off.
Was I working on something?
No, I turned it off. No, you weren't paying attention. Anyway, can you blow your nose, by the way? Because you drive me nuts. You're blowing snot rockets all over the place.
It's not about you.
I don't know what it is, man. And maybe can someone tell me what it is with Volkanovski? I wish I could wrap my head around why I find him incredibly boring. I don't know what it is. Now, as a fighter, he's interesting, but I'm still like, I can't get up for a Volkanovski fight. I don't know what it is. It's bizarre. Now, the Korean Zombie I like. Like, I like him. He doesn't speak a word of English, yet he interests me more. It's really a phenomenon with this guy. Someone help me out. Is there something I'm missing with this guy?
Stop trying to persuade Jesse. Clear that stalagmite. Stalagmite? What is that? Wonderful, wonderful, says Willie Puffers in the chat. Let him fly, Jess. I don't get excited over him at all. No personality.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's just like I don't know. He's like the girl that lays in bed and just spreads the legs and like, could you just fuck me already?
Moss is on one today. Yeah, he seems a little negative about everything.
No, you
just shit all over that guy's art. Like,
well, that guy's art sucked. But I'm sorry, I can't be honest. When was the MMA-Holes? Hey, let's suck everyone off. Like, I can't. Well, I'm just being honest. I'm not allowed to be honest.
I've been honest before and been told not to be so honest. So you're not allowed to be so honest, Moss.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? I'm just saying I've been honest before and been told not to be so honest.
When?
Well,
when?
It doesn't matter. Well, I'll address it with you after the show.
When?
It does not matter.
So if it has nothing to do with the show, why are you talking about it?
Well, it does, but you don't want to go there.
All right.
Trust me.
Anyway, Jesus Christ, what crawled up your ass?
I just said I won't go there.
Oh no, but why are you attacking? I'm not attacking you. Why are you attacking me?
I'm not attacking you.
You're Anyway, I'm sorry that I'm being honest that I don't find Volkanovski entertaining. Didn't think it was going to upset my co-host over here. Let's move on, all right? Next, give me another story. Is it because I don't like the stories? Are you taking offense to that?
I don't give a shit.
Well, we know
You're
this.
being very sensitive right now. I literally don't give a shit.
Okay, what am I being sensitive about?
I don't know. You think I'm attacking you?
Anyway, can we get back to... I like when Volkanovski got the cocky face fighting Lewis, then get knocked the fuck out. That was Volkov. Let's see. She talk about your little winky? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Yeah, see, Drunk Savage. I told Jesse the other day. I said we got to stop bickering. We got to cut it out. You know?
I literally didn't
So what I'm going to do is this. Every time it becomes a lover's quarrel, right? And there's more relationship bickering, we need to have like a safe word in the chat. So let's come up with a word here. Okay.
I think you need a safe word because
I'm making this.
Everything's all coasty over here, Moss.
All right, use the word now. I'm making this a bit right. I'm making Jesse into a bit. Okay, we need when mom and dad start arguing about just nonsense because apparently we can't let shit go. We need a safe word. So let's all come out with this together here in the chat. Let's all work. Fart tart. Okay, I like it. See all that there. So this is what I need you to do. Drunk Savage, thank you for that. Anytime there is a unnecessary bicker that's going too long where we go off the rails, we're not talking MMA anymore and we're talking about diapers or some shit or feelings, fart tart is the word that we need, okay? And then when fart tart happens, we'll scream like what's it called? Pee-wee's Playhouse. Like it's like the word.
Whatever makes you feel comfy, Moss.
Okay, there we go. Fart tart is the word, okay? So that you got to stick with that. When we see fart tart in the chat, we know, okay, it's going a little too long. Let's talk about Impa Kasagane, since this guy's not in the UFC anymore. What does this guy got?
According to Adam Gillen Jr. of MMA Mania, Khabib lands another former UFC veteran and inks Impa Kasagane to Eagle FC contract. Khabib Nurmagomedov's Eagle FC promotion has been making big moves with the recent signing of former UFC lightweight contender Kevin Lee, but the former 155-pound champion and his team aren't done yet. According to MMA Fighting's Damon Martin, the promotion has inked another former UFC veteran as Impa Kasagane. He has reached an agreement with the company and is set to make his debut on March 11, 2022. Kasagane parted ways with the promotion a few weeks after going 2-2 with the Endeavor-owned MMA promotion. Prior to making his UFC debut in August 2020, Kasagane had gone 9-0 in the years since he went pro. He was last seen losing to Carlson Harris via first-round knockout in November 2021.
All right, so Khabib, what are we doing, buddy? What are we doing here? I mean, these signings. Now, I'm glad that Kasagane, because he seems like a nice guy. I'm glad that he has a job again. That's nice. But let's be serious here. Eagle FC is a joke. It is a straight-up joke. Do you see the fights that they're putting together? I saw James Lynch dropped a video on it, and he's not the only one. A lot of people are like, what's up with these matchups? All lopsided matchups. Just guys that just are fucking just getting destroyed in the UFC, or it's just weird, the guys that are going over there. This is what I want to see from Eagle FC. I want to see these damn Russians mauling people. That's what I want to see. I want to see like these young up-and-coming, I was going to say mushrooms, Russians going out there and kicking ass. So is he just pulling in these old UFC names here just to look nice now to get the views, and then he's going to bring the Russians in to feed on them? Is that what he's doing? Like, what is the master plan for Khabib Nurmagomedov? What do you think?
I don't know. I think he's probably promising these people a place to go after their time with the UFC's up, and he's trying to give them a new home so that they're not kind of like left out in the wind.
Yeah, let's see. Eagle FC, was it 45? Is that the one? No. What's the hold on. What's the next card where it has Eagle F? Oh, it's EFC. Is that EFC? Is that what it is? Eagle FC? I guess so. Yeah, EFC. What's the one with Kevin Lee?
No, it's EFC, I believe.
Yeah, what's the one with Kevin Lee that's going to be on it though? I don't know which number that's going to be.
I don't know.
I wanted to look at that card and I can't find it now. Yeah, I wonder what the game plan is. I think that's what's happening here. I think Khabib is like, okay, let's bring guys over that are, people that we recognize from the UFC, just so we can get, that audience over, and then have them win a couple of fights, and then bring on the Russians, and then have them feast like fucking vampires on just human beings and suck the life out of them in blood. What do you think, Jess? Mm-hmm. You think that's happening? Mm-hmm. I don't know. What are you guys thinking to say in the chat? What do you think, Eagle FC? What are we doing over here? Impa Kansagane going over there. You think that's a good signing, or what's up?
Eagle KFC says Israel. Dat one Gers says crappling equals babies. Mr. Ken says, Mr. Two Joints, did you say bald? Levi Lindsay says it's the first fight card down in Miami next month. I'd love to donate, but I refuse if Nightbot is asking, says Slow DK.
Slow DK, every stream
has an excuse for not donating?
No, is arguing with a bot. Mm. And I don't know if Slow DK knows that it's fake. It's like a robot thingy. Or I don't know what it is. I'm not quite sure.
The last two streams, I've seen him make an excuse for not donating.
No, or she, I'm not sure, but constantly goes after Nightbot. It's been going on for a couple weeks now, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. Or maybe you're just looking for us to talk about it. Let's talk. What would you like us to talk? What would you like us to do with Nightbot? Should we have a public execution? Should we hang Nightbot in the backyard over there? Should we execute him? I don't know. You got to donate for us to figure out what we're going to do. Anyway, what else we got in the chat?
Donate Shane, poor Nightbot. Damn it, Moss. I was enjoying him going after Nightbot. Nightbot in me DMs. Don't mispronounce. No, can the safe word be girth if you guys start arguing? Girth.
I think you're a little behind on the stream. All right, let's see what other kind of stories we got here.
Well,
I missed this one with Harriet. Did you watch this?
Oh, yeah, I watched this one with Ellie.
And it wasn't worth it, right?
Well, everyone in the chat was just kind of saying, how boring it was. And they were saying, get him off. And, I mean, it was kind of boring, but whatever. I mean, he had some interesting things to say.
Yeah, I feel like it's done. It's over, right? You just lost to Jake the second time you got memed.
He's all about helping people understand the sport better now.
Okay. Listen, Tyron, the ship has sailed. I hope you make more money and have a great career. I am done. You have failed us as an MMA community over here. Your job was to go in there and execute Jake Paul. And what did you do? You got memed and got paid, but got memed. Come on, Tyron. Stop it. Stop wasting all our time. Okay? Enough's enough.
Super chat.
Oh, there he is. Okay?
Smiley face. I hate bots that spam.
Okay. See? Doesn't like the bot. Listen, we can set up.
But he loves you.
We can set up, and thank you for the donation, we can set you up a cage fight between you and Nightbot. Let us know if you're interested, Slow DK, because now we're talking. All right, what does Tyron have to say here? Dan Hardy?
So, Woodley prefers MMA fight with Dan Hardy, says boxing would be letting him off the hook, says Alexander K. Lee of MMA Fighting. Woodley wouldn't mind a fight with Dan Hardy, but they can leave the boxing gloves in the gym. During an appearance on the MMA Hour, the former UFC welterweight champion addressed rumors of a potential bout with Hardy following comments from his fellow UFC veteran in which Hardy stated that he had signed a contract to box Woodley sometime in 2022. Woodley was reluctant to publicize Hardy's claims, but mentioned that if the two were to fight, it might be more suitable for the familiar confines of the cage. Woodley was involved in two of the most talked about combat sports events of 2021, a pair of boxing matches against YouTube star Jake Paul, in which Woodley came out on the losing end of both times. The buzz ahead of the first fight was greater due to Woodley being a replacement for Tommy Fury for the second fight, but the result of the second fight was a huge knockout win for Paul, generating plenty of post-fight chatter. Win or lose, Woodley believes he's led the way with his ambitious ideas, not just by taking a crossover fight with Paul, but also in his entertainment ventures, and it's for that reason that veterans like Hardy are now interested in doing business with him. Woodley won the UFC welterweight title at UFC 201 in July 2016 with a first-round knockout of Lawler and successfully defended it 4 consecutive times, including one majority draw before losing it to Usman 3 years later. During his run at the top, Woodley was vocal about wanting to share the cage with names like GSP and Nick Diaz, but those fights never materialized, and he instead fought top contenders Stephen Thompson, Damian Maia, and Darren Till. Having received plenty of criticism throughout his career for his matchmaking choices and pursuits outside of MMA, Woodley has developed a thick skin and said he looks to boxing legend Muhammad Ali for inspiration.
Okay. I would rather him fight Hardy in MMA as well. But here's the thing. You lost to Jake Paul twice. If you lose to Dan Hardy, I'd never want to see Tyron Woodley ever again. Because honestly, I'm not the biggest Dan Hardy fan. So, I mean, I would like to see Woodley flatline Hardy. You know, stop the fight. Stop the fight. Like, I want to see Woodley just take him out. But you know that's probably not going to happen, right? He's probably going to lose to Dan Hardy too, and everything's going to get crushed. And I think I'm good, Tyron. I think do you want to see him fight Dan Hardy?
I could give a shit, honestly.
Yeah, like who cares anymore, right? No one cares. Tyron, listen, I hope you make money and do well and whatever, man. You know, listen, you were a pretty decent champ for the most part. Some people didn't like the way you promoted fights or complained or whatever it was. But I think at the time when you beat Darren Till, that was something special. You know, that was something else when you took out Darren Till. I thought you redeemed yourself. I patted myself on the back picking you in that fight. I was all excited about this, but you've let me down millions of times afterwards. Enough's enough, buddy. I'm gone. But who would you rather see win in a fight? If you know, say we were doing a reaction and this thing was something we were...
I'd like to see Woodley redeem himself at least because it was pretty embarrassing what happened to him.
So you say down goes Hardy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, who would you root for in the chat? Woodley or Mr. Hardy?
Done with him, off with his head. Woodley sucks, says your Huckleberry. Fook and Skeet all over, rooting for Hardy. It's a workout every time Mr. Kenny can. Yeah, done. He probably smoked Dan Hardy if it does happen. I'd rather see the ref win. Herb Dean better be the ref. Oh, could you imagine?
Actually, yeah,
Dean.
Dan Hardy should just fight Herb Dean. We don't even know what Dan Hardy's got. He's been out of the game for so long. Could you imagine Dan Hardy's been out of the game for what, 6 years or something?
Well, he's doing everything he can to try and keep
beats
his name
Woodley.
relevant.
Could you imagine though, if like being sidelined for so long and then just takes out Tyron Woodley? I mean, Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? Okay, next, Dana.
Dana White tells Henry Cejudo how he can go about getting a title fight. According to Jed Meshew of MMA Fighting, it sounds like Henry Cejudo still isn't going to be getting a title fight anytime soon, but Dana White is at least willing to point him in the right direction on how to change that.
Okay.
Cejudo, who has been calling for a fight with featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski for the better part of a year, renewed those calls earlier this month when Max Holloway was forced out of his scheduled bout against Volkanovski due to injury. However, his pleas fell on deaf ears, with White dismissing the whole thing as a fucking silly conversation. Cejudo did not agree and has since taken continuous shots at the UFC and Dana White over their refusal to even consider the fight. But for all his bluster and public posturing, White says that Cejudo has not taken any real steps towards actually making the fight a possibility, primarily actually taking to UFC matchmakers and getting back into the USADA testing pool. So apparently Cejudo is no longer in the testing pool.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it too when I heard. I was like, oh, what's the truth?
So Cejudo retired from the UFC in 2020 following his successful title defense in the bantamweight belt against Dominic Cruz. Following his retirement, Cejudo exited the testing pool.
Do you ever see the movie No Country for Old Men?
No.
What's that guy's name? He played Ricky Ricardo too. You know what I'm talking about? Javier something. What is he doing there?
Javier Bardem?
Yeah, that's him, right?
I think the nose is a little off.
I'm telling you, that's fucking No Country for Old Men right there. Right? Hold on a second. Let me get the picture. Let me hold it up for a second. What is his name? Javier Bardem?
Javier Bardem.
Javier.
G-A, not J-O.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find the... Javier Bardem. Oh my God, it's fucking him. Holy shit.
The nose is way off, Moss.
Jesse, this is Javier Bardem, if I've ever seen a Javier Bardem. I mean...
I thought Javier Bardem was always so handsome.
Me too. He looks great in this picture. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let's capture him right now. It's taking a little longer than expected, but we're going to get this. We could get to the bottom of this. So why is Javier Bardem hanging out with Dana White. What the fuck? The hell's going on?
Not
here?
even close.
I mean, what in the holy hell is going on here? What the? I didn't spell it with an H. I spelled it J-O by accident. I'm sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble. There he is. That's weird, huh? It's really strange. He retired from the UFC too, didn't he? Or no, he fought one more fight. Interesting. Anything else with this story?
No, I think Brewster's on his period tonight.
Why? What did he do?
I don't know. He's being Brewster, you know?
No, that's just normally him. Like, I don't know. What did he do? What did he say?
He's being all womany.
Why? What happened? I like to hear about this. What happened?
No, he said, all right, I tried. This shit's boring. Have a good night, peeps.
Did he do it again?
I said people are supposed to care that he's leaving.
What did he try to do? I can't. What did he try to do? What did he try to do?
Beats me. Everyone.
This fucking
you know
guy.
What? I figured it out.
It's like we know what he's talking about.
I know what it is, Moss. It's a full moon tonight.
But what is he? No, but what did he? Does anyone know what he was trying to do? I'm actually curious now. What was he trying?
I don't know. I guess to watch. He was trying to watch
what?
Us. I don't know. Is that what he was trying to do? You were trying to watch us, and then he got bored, so now he's. But he's still in the chat, so he's not really leaving.
I heard that when I logged up. But what were you trying to do? What did I need to?
I think he was trying to watch us, and then he got bored. He's like, all right, I tried to watch, but I can't.
We were boring him?
Yeah. Like,
oh, okay.
Like, oh.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, that's what we do, man. We have Javier Bardem on the show, and then we
Trump
chase you out.
says, I'm leaving too. Okay, I'm back. It's like Justin shit. Like that's shit Justin Jr. did.
Oh God! And then enter Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah. It's like, have a good night, guys.
Let's enter the next Nudnik in the chat. I fucking love this community. I love it. It's just we were talking about this the other day. It's just like everyone's so fucking grumpy, you know? Like everyone's just so grumpy right now. I love it. Not everybody, because there are some like beautiful people in the chat, but I would say maybe 60%.
I told Moss
yesterday. Complete grumps.
He goes, "Why don't you games anymore? Why don't you do, as many games?" I go, I got to be honest with you, Moss. I love my job and I love streaming, but sometimes when I look in that chat, I just feel miserable.
It's infectious.
Like there's a misery around. There's like an aura, right? And sometimes you pick up on people's aura, and I feel like I'm picking up on this aura. We need to cheer everybody up. We need to make people happy with life.
I think everyone's happy. Everyone's fine. It's just, what happens is, like, if we get off into our own tangent and we kind of stray away from the chat.
Nah, it's their fault.
I think what happens is it's like this battle for some sort of attention, I guess. I don't know what it is. All right, what's this Cody Garbrandt thing?
All right, so according to Milan Ordonez, bloody elbow.
But that one Gur's all right, though.
She's like cool.
She's like a bright spot. Anna H is a bright spot.
Yeah, there's like little spots of sunshine throughout the misery.
The 7%.
it's the women. All right.
Well, no, Kendall, she came back in. She got all pissed off at someone in the chat, though.
Ooh.
But I mean, I guess because someone was using her name.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was bumming her out.
Yeah.
But you know what? Kendall most of the time is pretty good, too.
According to Bloody Elbows, Milan Ordonez, Brandon Moreno reflects on Cody Garbrandt's sad career slump, saying it's a cruel sport. From being an undefeated UFC champion just 5 years ago, Cody...
Hold on, real quick. I got to give credit to D-Rest. D-Rest has been great lately. You know?
Oh, yeah. I remember...
He's been great. There was a time where we were like, this guy's a
There was
nuisance.
a phase. There was a D-Rest phase where he was like, I thought for sure he was off his rocker. But, yeah, he's been pretty cool, too.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, D-Rest came back around. He's good.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see who else is good.
I'm not going to keep picking people out of the chat.
Yeah, I want to see who else I like. Let's see. Raul's all right. He seems like he's not a problem. Is he a problem? I don't know.
Raul's cool when he feels like it.
I don't know.
But he goes in hard, Raul.
Does he really?
Yeah, I guess I could give him credit for his trolling. I mean, he does go in pretty.
Let's see what else here. We got Brewster back in the chat, so here we go. Let's see.
Pay attention to me, I throw money.
Yeah, Senosi's all right. Every once in a while, he yells at us for something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
All
see.
right,
Who
I don't
else?
wanna get,
Let's see. Ice Viking. What do you think of that one? I don't really know much about Ice Viking. I see him a bunch of times.
I
in
like
there.
Ice Viking. Yeah, he's
He's
cool.
all right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Ice
Dick
Viking's-
Winters is. I like
he's
Dick
cool.
Winters. Dick Winters is cool, man. He's a nice guy. Who else we got over here?
Meridian Heights is cool to me, but you said that you've had moments with him.
A couple of times he's complained, but not that much.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's all right. I don't mind him. Glove Touch is good. He's a good P. I like Glove Touch a lot, actually. I can be very nice when I'm. Manny's all right. Manny's cool. I like Manny. He's good. Let's see who else we got here. Who else in the chat so I can talk
Yeah,
about
Leo
it?
England's cool.
Two Joints is all right. Like, I think Two Joints, you know what it is with him? He is miserable, though. Let's be honest. But he's got a lot going on, right? So I'll give him a
I
pass.
think Two Joints.
He's been around forever.
Because Two Joints is like a really cool dude when you're talking to him, like when he's on the
Yeah.
phone and stuff. But then I think he gets like, he dives into this trolling well. And
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think sometimes he can't climb out of it.
But
I
he's
think that's-
been around for so long that he kind
Yeah,
of
he's
gets a
cool.
pass.
Yeah.
You know? He gets a pass. Sometimes he says some ridiculous things in there, but we wouldn't expect anything less of him, right?
Yeah.
See, Levi Lindsay. Who's that guy?
What do you mean, who's that guy? He's always been in our chat.
Oh, really?
What do you mean, who's that guy?
I don't know. I'm
What
sorry.
a slap
I
in
don't
the
remember.
face.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Listen, you clearly pay more attention than me, all right?
I have to. You ask me to read the chat every 2 seconds.
But you're not even
I
comprehending
have
what you're
to
reading.
know who's in there.
So you're actually looking at the names, but you don't give a
I
shit
have
what
a
they're saying.
photographic memory, so if I see their name, I know if I've seen their name. Does that make sense? So like, I don't always pay
Guido
attention to everything
Speedo's
they're
all right.
saying.
Guido Speedo's okay.
Well, I have
like that guy.
my theories about Guido.
Why?
I don't know. I just have personal theories about that guy.
That guy's from Jersey. He's a Jersey guy.
Yeah.
But who do you think he is?
Well, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just saying I
You
got
think
my
it's Steve
theories.
Johnston back to life? You think it's the resurrection of Steve Johnston?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna dive into
Okay.
that. That's silly.
Who else we got here? Let's see who else. Just looking into the chat. It's late into the show. Who cares, right?
Brewster taking credit now.
Yeah, Bruce.
We're
Look, Bruce is,
diving.
actually, he did spark this conversation up.
Time to rub one out for Brewster.
You know what? You got to give him credit for this one. Because now
But now he's still here. What happened to leaving Brewster?
Well, we made it more interesting for him.
Yeah.
It's like, roast the chat and I'll stay. He says, wait until I call you. You'll understand me better. I think Guido Speedo's all right. Like, I honestly, every once in a while he's a
Yeah,
troll.
I'm sure you
Why,
think
who
he's
is it?
great.
Who is he?
I'm not diving.
You think he's
into
someone else?
that-
He's another. He's
that
an
cesspool
OG.
bullshit. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Who do you think he
Silly.
is? I like to hear your. I love your theories. Because most of the time you're completely
Trent is
off.
cool. Trent is pretty cool.
Yeah, Trent's all right. I like Trent.
Javier Bardem is great in the movie The Counselor. Ridley Scott directed A+.
Oh, really?
You want to
Really?
watch it?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
I love Javier Bardem.
Although Ridley Scott, he shot a fucking an airball with that other movie.
Yeah.
All right, who else do we got here? Your Huckleberry? Who's this? Notice me? I'm gonna stomp my feet and leave. I don't know your Huckleberry.
No.
Unfortunately, I don't.
I think that's a new account coming in.
It could be.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't dislike you, Guido. I just have my theories of who
I
you
did
are.
awkward interviews for you. Yeah, Glove Touch. If you get any better with those interviews, I'm gonna get pissed off. You need to stay as awkward as possible. I'm dead serious. I think it's amazing. I love it. I like that better than a good interview. You know?
What?
Because we're awkward if you think about it. Like the
I
beginning.
love it though. Like I love being awkward. I love it. I hope Ellie's just as awkward as me because it is fun.
Is it really? You seem tormented every day. I
I am tormented every day, but it is.
I don't know how much fun you're really having.
Well, that's not awkwardness. That's anxiety. Awkward is fun because it's always fun to make people a little uncomfortable. Like my own husband, I can make uncomfortable just by sitting in a room.
Well, that's because you're a psycho. So Trent says he agrees. He says the last duel was not good. I didn't like it. I don't know. How far did we get in? 30 minutes?
Oh yeah, we got like 10 minutes in.
And I was like,
Turned
I'm
that
like,
shit
are you
off.
watching this?
Yeah, it was bad.
It was my idea to put it on. I was like,
I
I'm
wanted
out.
to finish Woodstock, and he's like, "Oh no, we'll watch this movie."
I wanted to see. I like Ridley Scott. I do. I like him a lot. I love Prometheus, even though some people criticize. All right. What are we doing? All right.
You tell me. You
I
got
don't know.
into this.
I'm on this old fucking thing now. Thanks for the likes, guys. Let's see. Cody Garbrandt. What's the deal with this?
All right.
Let's bore Brewster some more.
From being an undefeated UFC champion just 5 years ago, Cody Garbrandt's recent career trajectory has been predominantly downward. Beginning in 2017, No Love has been on a 1-5 run with 4 of those losses ending via KO or TKO. Reigning flyweight champ Brandon Moreno saw it all happen, and he couldn't help but feel for Garbrandt. He says it was sad. You get carried away by the hype because they start doing all the promos and they start promoting Cody Garbrandt, and you kind of start believing like, hey, he could be something interesting in the division. But then but then what happened
Can
happened.
I talk about something a little more interesting than this?
What?
Sean O'Malley on Food Truck Diaries that dropped today.
I haven't seen it. Don't tell me about it.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not going to spoil. It's not like I'm going to spoil it. Like, it's just a fucking interview. But one's in the chat if you saw this. Sean O'Malley on Food Truck Diaries. And I came home and I was like, I think I'm being a little too tough on Sean. I feel like I was listening to it and I'm kind of digging him. And Brendan Schaub, listen, he is what he is. But I understand what Brendan's doing. Brendan is networking with all these people. It's not like Brendan Schaub is the major talent. It's just that Brendan Schaub knows who to put himself with. He networks with all the right fucking people. And by doing that, he's got all these connections and people. It's not like no one gives a shit about Brendan Schaub, but it's because of who he puts himself around. And he put himself with Sean O'Malley. And he made a statement. Brendan Schaub said something like, Conor McGregor is like the cash cow for the UFC, but who is the next person? And I was thinking about it.
Who's the next cash cow?
Yeah, like who is the next most valuable person for the UFC right now?
I've got a couple.
Name.
Israel Adesanya?
Nope.
I think so.
Listen.
If John Jones does well in heavyweight.
You're saying if.
John Jones.
Right now, if you put Sean O'Malley and Israel Adesanya in the
Kamaru
UFC's
Usman.
answer this question. And I understand, listen, Sean, what Izzy has done.
He makes a lot of money for the UFC.
Oh, yeah? Who is more valuable? Sean O'Malley or Israel Adesanya? Think about it. Put everything into consideration.
Now?
Put everything into consideration.
I mean, it's not really an argument to me.
It's not.
I think Israel Adesanya is more valuable than Sean O'Malley. Although I do understand where the value in Sean O'Malley comes from.
As a business.
Yeah. Listen, Israel Adesanya has not disappointed, and he went up to light heavy, so the UFC doesn't see that as a blunder. Sean O'Malley, and I know that you argue this one, but when he fought Chris Moutinho, who came off the couch and it was his UFC debut, I mean, that was a fucking killer fight. And Moutinho withstood a lot of what O'Malley threw.
You're talking like a blind Izzy fan right now.
No. I'm trying to give you your credit and say that O'Malley, I understand.
Who makes the UFC more money?
But I believe Israel Adesanya probably makes more than Sean O'Malley right now.
Yes, he makes more because he is a champion and he put himself
for the UFC, like as in sales for MMA fans.
If Sean O'Malley keeps on going in this trajectory right now. Sean O'Malley outside of the UFC, who's more popular?
Probably Sean O'Malley,
right?
Outside of the UFC.
His brand, he took minimum wage in the UFC,
right? Outside,
and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business.
But if we're speaking in terms of who's making the UFC more money,
Conor McGregor is the number one guy, right?
Right. Yeah.
Is he the best fighter in the UFC? Is he a champion?
No.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm talking about profitable.
I get it. I'm trying to speak completely removed. I think that as far as who's making more money for the UFC, it would be Izzy. But if you're speaking in terms of who's probably more popular outside of the UFC, I would probably go to Sean O'Malley.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, though, like when he brought it up, because I never really thought about it, right? And he brought up who would be the number 2 guy. And I've been critical on Sean O'Malley. The Contender Series, I was all on Sean. And then when he had a couple of fights, I'm like, I think this guy's overrated. But the way the UFC has slowly brought this kid up, the way Sean O'Malley has slowly matured, I mean, you look at him, you don't think mature, but he clearly has. He literally built a brand outside of the UFC, and now he's smoking guys he's been smoking guys in the UFC as well, right? Guys he's supposed to smoke, but he's still doing it. If he is brought up properly and the UFC keeps him on this trajectory and Sean O'Malley becomes a champion, I mean, you're talking megastar. You're talking an absolute megastar because he's got the gimmick, he's got the look, he's got the twitch, he's got the brand with the undefeated clothing line or whatever the hell he's got going on. He's moving kids, and he has an apartment across the street from his house. Not an apartment. He has another house or small house across the street from his house in Peoria, where he's moving 2 Twitch kids into the fucking house to just game. He has a house to game, a separate house to game. Like, Sean O'Malley is just doing his shit. It's crazy, man. It really is crazy what this guy's doing. So when I was listening to him today and hearing the maturity from a year ago, like Sean O'Malley sounded like a complete nudnik a year ago, and now he's like becoming a businessman. He's connecting with the Nelk boys and all these guys. He's doing the YouTube videos. He's making the Twitch things, and he's knocking fools out in the UFC. The sky's the limit. It's crazy, man. As much as and if you don't like Sean O'Malley, I get it. I understand why people don't like him. But as a business, the UFC's got to be foaming at the mouth. He has 2 fights left. He says he wants to fight 2 more times in the UFC, and then next year he's looking for the big bag. He's going to get it. This kid's going to get it. The UFC's going to pay him big money, and he's going to make. And even if he doesn't become a champ, they're still going to find ways of marketing this guy. If you could do it with Jorge Masvidal pushing 40, you could do it with a young Sean O'Malley. What do you guys think in the chat?
I don't like Marab says the glove touch. J-Lock says O'Malley is in my top 5 favorites. I think he'll be the next big star. That's right, Jorge. Cleveland says, let's see when he fights a ranked person. Your Huckleberry says, I gotta go. Stay awesome, you too. Jorge Masvidal says Chroma's gay. Brewster says O'Malley does not just smoke all day like some people think. He is building his brand.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's not just like a stoner kid that's just fucking off. You know, it's the God's honest truth. Right? What's going on? Why are you freaking out? You're like spazzing over here. What's going on?
Why do you over amplify everything?
I don't know. No, you're like twitching when I switch.
I lean forward.
Oh, okay. I thought you would. You don't want to. Are we going too? Actually, we're going too long. Is that what it is?
I just lean forward.
I don't know. You just start freaking out. We need a behind the scenes camera. Okay.
Can someone drop the word, whatever the word is.
All right. I'm sorry. I wish I had a behind the scenes camera so you could just see what I just saw. It was weird. All right. So anyway, all right. Let's move on. Let's finish up the stories and.
According to Guilherme Cruz of MMA Fighting, retired fighter Claudia Gadelha details her new UFC job, saying she wants to bring the Performance Institute to Brazil. Gadelha may have...
I'm good. Okay, next.
And then the last one, Mark Madsen versus Vince Pitchell, has been pushed from UFC 271 to UFC 273.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't care less about Gadelha. She's done so, right? So, see you later. Madsen versus Vince Pitchell. Okay, there we go. All right, you excited about the fights this weekend going down?
Yeah, I gotta make my picks to make sure I don't forget.
Yeah, Friday night we'll be making some picks. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that dropped in. Hit the fucking like button. I want to thank the guest that came on, Will Harris. Thank you very much to Will Harris. Anatomy of a Fighter. And Seth Logan Shaffer from BYB.
Thank you so much to our sponsors, Headrush, MyBookie, ESPN Plus, and we have another one coming on board, but I don't think I can say it tonight. Promo code MMA-Holes, that's MMA-HOLES, for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We will be live again Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Fook Off Friday. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and as always, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-Hole.